Organize my windows here. There we go. Oh, and as always, let me get the chat set up. Hey, Renly. It's been a rough couple of days. Gibbs is not doing well, and it's been very stressful. Today, I've got this Logitech Driving Force GT from the PlayStation 3 era, and I have hooked it up to DOSBox. So, there's that. Constant, yeah, it all looks good. Fantasy Circuit, yeah, whatever. I haven't seen this one.
Limit 55. Keep it on 6,500.
So yeah, I picked up this wheel a couple days ago. Or was it yesterday? It might have been. Oh, it was just yesterday, actually. I picked this up yesterday. I've never had a racing wheel before because it's a ridiculous thing to saddle yourself with. You shouldn't buy a racing wheel.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Unless that's what you're doing all the time. Anyway, so it's just one of those. I've got like a flight yoke, even though I don't really do flight simulators. I did for a little bit, but I'm not hardcore into them. But this is one of those things. I just wanted to have it. So if I wanted to play a racing game, I could do it sort of properly. Because I'd never really done that. I'd only ever played racing games with gamepad or keyboard. So I was at the RePC, and they had one of these, and it was busted. When you went to plug it in, it wouldn't go until you pushed real good on the DC plug. And so I'm like, oh, okay, it's got a broken DC jack. Sure, I'll buy it for less. So I bought it for a song, brought it home, took it apart, found out the DC jack is not board mount, it's cable mount. So of course it's fine. Come to find out, and I didn't know this was really a possibility, but come to find out, the plug on the cable from the power supply is where the failure was. I don't know what went wrong with it. I guess maybe it had loose pins or something, because it was the sort that sort of pinches the center pin. But hang on just a second. Oh, I'm being told my volume is low. But which volume? Volume from the game or from my mic? The mic should be fine. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm having a bit of a problem with I think the brake pedal on this thing is not adjusting correctly. More on that later. Anyway, so yeah, it uses a 24-volt power supply, so I didn't particularly want to, I didn't particularly want to replace it, because 24 volts is not the easiest voltage to readily obtain. So I lopped the end off the cable, and I put a different end on there, and then found out that was the wrong one as well. But then I put an adapter on there, a size adapter, and it actually got it working just fine. So I need a permanent solution still, but it's doing pretty good now. So anyway, that was the point where I started trying to actually, because up until that point I had not. Oh, I ran into McDonald's.
Turn one.
Come on, come on. Story will continue in a moment. Oh. Ah, man. Off-roading in a NASCAR. Not the best idea. I don't recommend it. Oh, there we go. All right. Back in action. Let's go. Anyway. So I'm getting reports that my audio is cutting out.
On the right. Clear.
What the hell? I don't understand. All the levels are fine. I'm looking at my mic input. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't... I don't get it. I'm hitting minus 15, minus 10 dB, same as always.
On the right.
What could be wrong? I didn't change anything since the last. I mean, I changed mics, but the levels are all fine.
All right. Clear.
Streams are always quiet. Okay, well, let's fix that. Damn it.
Car on the right.
Nobody told me my streams are quiet.
Car on the right.
Game paused. Okay, hold on. Let me go to. All right, that's where it should be. Let's go to properties here. Let's go to. Oh, whoa, there we go. What on earth? What the hell's going on here? I've never had trouble with this before. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to turn off my compressor. Okay, and then. What the hell? Yeah, I looked down and my mic was muted. Why? Why would that be? Yeah, let me see if there's a button on the joystick that's somehow muting my mic. I am checking. I am pressing buttons. No, nothing's happening. No. Nope. What? What the hell? Yeah, I don't get it. Nothing I've pressed today has had any effect on it. That didn't do it. I'm just baffled. Okay, well, whatever. At any rate, nonetheless, I have heard that I've heard several times now that my streams are typically quiet. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that, because I would prefer not to have that problem. Wait, what the hell? Didn't I just turn that off? What's going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone? This doesn't make any sense. There's nothing wrong with my levels. They're the same place they've always been. I'm gonna futz with it, okay? Because people are telling me that it's quiet as hell. All right, so I'm gonna futz with it until I'm satisfied. But like, what? I'm cranking the mic input and nothing is happening. Like I keep turning up the amplification and nothing is happening. What? Well, there we go. I'm getting up a little bit there, but it's like there's some sort of weird logarithmic garbage going on. I don't need this today. Okay. All right. I pushed my mic by 10 dB. 10 dB. All right. Everybody go ahead and adjust your shit down so that this is a little more reasonable. And then I'm going to put this compressor on here. There we go. And I'm going to bring this ratio down a little bit so it's not quite as extreme. Maybe 4-to-1. All right. Okay. I got a pretty good boost on everything now. And I have a limiter put at like 2 dB just so it doesn't completely clip. All right. Okay. I am now peaking at like -4, -5, which is a lot louder than before. Not hitting the red. Can I get a report on whether my voice sounds okay at this time? I'm sorry, everyone. This is something that's impossible to do offline. I have to do it here. And there's just no avoiding it. And I was thinking that I had it dialed in for ages, and apparently I didn't. Okay. Okay. So now, this is going to mess up my game audio considerably. What the hell? Okay. I just heard from Daria that my sound is out again. Nothing happened. So, did anybody else hear that? Hun, I think maybe it's your sound. Nothing happened. Okay, yeah, it's apparently... Hang on, I'm getting reports. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So what was going on? I'm just outing you here, hun. What was going on is that Daria's mouse was apparently stuck controlling a volume slider on a window she couldn't see. And so every time she moved her mouse past like a certain point on the screen, it would mute my audio. So despite the fact that I did in fact have my audio mute randomly in OBS earlier, that is completely unrelated to the reason that she said my audio was muted. So we're having a good one. We're having a good one, folks. How's your Sunday? Yeah, web app moment. True web app moments. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can now balance in the game audio. Because it's going to be weird now. All right. So I'm guessing that if you have your volume adjusted so that my voice is reasonably audible, damn it. Wow, NASCAR. Then the game audio is going to be virtually, it's probably virtually inaudible right now. Let me know. I don't know. Maybe I finally have the right mix. Okay. Go to hell. Get out of here. Ow. Thanks, bud. I was trying to turn around. I appreciate it. Oh, that was a bad place to put my reverse button. Loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix. All right. My flappy paddles actually are hooked up, but I can't figure out how to put the car in manual transmission mode. So I could be flappying and paddling, but I can't be shifting because for some reason the drivers won't let me bind the shifter. I don't know why. It's a weird. Actually, you know what? It's entirely possible the shifter and the flappy paddles are bound to the same thing. It's just that because I can't get the flappy paddles working, I can't test the shifter. No, that's right. I tried the... What is going on here? I tried the shifter in the custom control setup earlier, and it wouldn't recognize it. And that sort of goes back to... Oh, man, I'm having some trouble. That sort of goes back to the overall problems with this wheel, which are interesting. So this thing originally came out in, like, I don't know, 2006? It's like PS3 era. I think it literally is for the PS3. They just made Windows drivers for it. And when I initially looked it up, this is a Logitech Driving Force GT. When I initially looked it up, I found people in a thread saying that it didn't have Windows 10 drivers. The newest ones were for Windows 7. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna use Windows 7 for gaming. Sorry, bud. Maybe Windows XP, but not 7. So, I was gonna give up on it. Well, so here's the thing. At the store, I plugged it in to see if it worked, and I got a USB game controller device, and I could see that the the stick was moving left and right when I turned the wheel, and I could see the throttle was working. So I went ahead and bought it. When I got home, I hooked it up. After I'd repaired it, I hooked it up. I started up like Dirt 5, nothing. Wouldn't recognize anything. Started up Forza Horizon 5, terrible game. Go to hell, piece of shit. And it wouldn't recognize anything there either. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I fired up BeamNG.drive, and that would recognize the wheel input and I think the accelerator, but it was super janky. It just barely worked, and I couldn't get anything to I couldn't get the dead zone to work correctly and whatnot. So I went and looked into it again, and I found out that I guess I had been looking at instructions for the Driving Force original, not the GT. So when I looked again, it turned out they did have drivers, and the drivers do work. So yeah, I'm using the official Logitech drivers now, but it's still a little weird because some of these controls are not exposed to games. Like, it doesn't actually have normal, like, X input or direct input button entities for the shifter. They're just not there, which is bizarre. Also, the red wheel on here you can rotate, there's no input for that. The plus and minus buttons, the D-pad, none of those have direct input mappings, which is strange because there are good inputs for them. So I don't know what that's about. And then actually, the funny thing is, Forza is the one I got working after I installed the drivers. That one worked. It's a little janky, but it works. It's got force feedback and everything. It was Dirt 5 that I absolutely cannot get to support this wheel in any capacity. So, yeah, well, for whatever that's worth. Codemasters, the pinnacle of gaming quality. Anyway, so, yeah, it was sort of a lengthy, janky process, and then it's kind of weird how the configuration utility works, because you kind of have to make profiles for each game. I don't think there's a way to remap controls unless you're using per game bindings. And not only that, but only some of the controls can be remapped at all. So, for instance, I think you can remap the wheel to the throttle axis if you want. Like, you can flip X and Y, you can put different axes on different inputs if you want, but you can't say, oh, button 3 should be button 1. It just doesn't let you do that. So I wanted to remap, God, I'm trying to remember. I wanted to remap something and it was impossible. And then for some reason the throttle and brake inputs all come in inverted by default. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I'm lucky it's not doing combined throttle and brake input, because this game wouldn't have supported it. And I have no idea why it's not doing combined input, because that is the default. So, I'm going to look that gift horse in the mouth. But overall, with all that jank, look at this. This is doing all right. This is probably a better wheel experience than anybody had with this game when it was new. I mean, other than the rumbly, gear motor in there, which is not the most pleasant thing in the world. Yeah, this seems to be working. I actually was going to go run Rally Championship next, yes. Bob's Bad Day, I don't know if I've ever played that one. Let me look it up. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. This is Bob's Bad Day. I had not come across that one, but this is probably a bootleg of an arcade game I can't remember the name of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a clone of an arcade game I can't remember the name of. Oh no, and in this case, it actually does have the option to invert and axis. It's just not as accessible as one would like, and it's not clear that you need to do it. So, anyway, oh nice, Tossbox crashed when I exited the game. So yeah, that worked a lot better than I expected. Now, do I have, gosh, Network Q Rally Championship? I had it, but I don't think I ever had it on DOSBox. I think I had it somewhere else. I was going to try Need for Speed. I know I had some trouble with the audio from that before. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, getting the HOTAS set up for either like a space simulator or a mech simulator, that is the game. Like you pay $60 for the mech game or the space game. You pay $250 for the HOTAS setup, or like quite a bit more. And then you just spend all your time getting everything dialed in. Then you go, there we go. I have direct control of everything. And then you just quit and walk away. Anyway, well, so as regards joy to key, this actually does, the drivers actually do have the ability to map joystick inputs to letters on the keyboard. So for instance, I'm pressing the flappy paddles right now, and that's working. But it's just that some things, you can't use joy to key on something that doesn't have a presence on the joystick controller. Like this here, there's no your game has to be custom coded to recognize some proprietary HID interface that this uses, because this is not connected to anything, nor is this spinning wheel here or these up and down buttons. I think the PlayStation button, the D-pad, none of them actually hook up to anything. So anyway, it's not it's not actually that big a deal. I have everything mostly working now. Let me just jump over and see if I can grab Network Q, because I remember that being quite good. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory for some things while I'm doing this, some house cleaning. So I mentioned earlier that my cat Gibbs is not doing very well. We think he probably has a bad tooth. He's been having trouble eating or not eating at all. And at first I was worried that he had something very, very wrong with him. But I think at this point that it's probably just a bad tooth. He's not having a good time. It's been pretty depressing / heartbreaking because I've not been able to get him to a vet. All the vets are closed, and when I called on Friday, nobody would pick up. So that was very frustrating. We're taking care of him. He's probably going to be okay. I think we're going to have a tooth pulled probably, and then he'll probably be okay. That's my hope. Anyway, so that sucks. Another thing I wanted to mention, in case you don't follow me on my Twitter account, which is @CRDudeYouTube, is last time I did a stream, I was using this guy, the Antlion Mod Mic Wireless. I'm not using it this time because it sucks. The quality on it was fantastic. But other than that, it has serious privacy issues, just unspeakably large privacy issues. Because it turns out that if you turn this on and you accidentally hold the button just a little too long, it will go into pairing mode. And while this is not supposed to be a Bluetooth device, it actually is. They don't admit it, but it actually is. This is a Bluetooth aptX audio source, and if there is an aptX audio sync listening within its range, it will connect to it and immediately start transmitting. You don't have to like press a button to confirm that you want to pair or anything. So after I finished my last stream, I put my headset down and plugged this into charge, and I was sitting here, and Daria just messages me and says, "I can hear everything going on in your office." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I look over, it's on, it's paired. She looks at her stereo and it says Antlion M. So this is apparently completely indiscriminate. Anything with an aptX receiver, it will pair to instantly. It took me an hour to get this unpaired, and then it repaired several times. There is no option to turn off the aptX Bluetooth feature on her receiver, which is, yes, a problem on the, on behalf of the receiver manufacturer, but come on. This came with a little proprietary USB dongle. I had no reason to think that it would be willing to talk to anything else. I thought it was, going to be like one of those 2.4 gigahertz, proprietary signalings, or that aptX was its own thing. When I looked into it, it said, no, it's not Bluetooth. It won't connect to anything else, but it can connect to certain aptX compatible devices. Well, I didn't know it would. Okay, so that's bad enough. Okay, that's bad enough. And I raised holy hell with their support staff. Well, I then, when I went to test it again later to see if I could, I needed to record some footage for the video. It's coming out on Monday, and I wanted to give this another shot. So I set it up again, and I recorded this I spent about 15, 20 minutes recording video, and then when I was about to take it off, I noticed the mute light was on. And I'm like, oh, did I not get any of that sound? So I went and listened to it. No, I got it. I got all that sound with the mute switch on. I'm gonna drop a link in chat because this is egregious. If anybody wants to take a look, that is a video of me turning on the mute feature. It's not software mute. It's not supposed to be software mute. This has no drivers. This shows up, the dongle shows up as a generic USB audio device. There are no drivers available. So the mute switch is supposed to be internal to the device. I toggle it several times in this video and nothing happens. And you can tell, there's no question, this is where you're getting the audio from. I tap it, you can hear the tapping. So this is not a product you can trust. The fact that it is possible for this light to be on while audio is still coming through is indicative of a fundamental flaw in their engineering concept. That light should come on as a byproduct of dropping the audio. If you're going to use software mute, which you shouldn't, you should have very robust implementations of it. Like, I would say, the way I would do this is that there should be a transistor sitting between, I guess a pair of transistors or whatever, a semiconductor sitting between the microphone input and the amplifier or the preamp receiver in here. Analog digital converter. Jesus Christ, I'm upset. I'm losing my words here. There should be a semiconductor gate sitting between the mic and the input of the ADC. And the gate of that gate, the base of it, should be connected to the same line that powers this LED. When this LED comes on, it should be fed by the same energy that turns off that gate, or vice versa. Put a little NPN or a PNP transistor on there to invert the output from it so that when the energy isn't flowing, it turns on the light. That sort of thing, right? That would be a reasonable way to do this. What they have clearly done is implemented it in firmware. There is no way for that to be trustworthy. It cannot be done. It is the wrong way to do it. This light should be a hardware feature, not a software or firmware one. There is no fixing that. Not without making a new product. You can't repair that no matter how clever your programming is. I could think of plenty of ways to try and make it more robust, but the fact of the matter is that that light should not be an option. It should be wired together into the mechanism that mutes it, because this is career-ending errors can be made by thinking you're muted when you're not. You can dox yourself. And if you don't have a physical mute switch, and this is why really you just shouldn't have push-button mute is a bad idea. Never make push-button mute. Never, ever, 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 ever. There is no excuse for it. None. None. No excuse. There is no justification for a push-button mute. A mute should be a physical goddamn switch that interrupts the audio signal. And the reason for that is that when you turn this device off, it will lose its state. By definition, it will lose its state. When you turn it back on, it has to make a deliberate decision to remember that it was muted, and it does not do that. And the only way to guarantee that that state is not lost, whoops, we saved it in the EEPROM, so it'll be recovered on startup. Whoops, there was a cosmic flare. There was a cosmic ray that wiped the EEPROM. Whoops, the battery went a little too dead. Whoops, there was a firmware update. Whatever, and now your device has forgotten that it's supposed to be muted. No, never, ever. Unacceptable. Do not make a product like this. It is an ethical violation to make a push-button mute switch because the risks are immense. A mute switch you can't trust is a mute switch that doesn't exist. And the fact of the matter is, now, what do we know about this? Knowing that the mute light doesn't mean anything. You know what that tells us? This could be on right now. We don't know. How would we know? The lights are clearly not trustworthy. Now, we don't know what this is. I'm bugged. Everything I've said in this room since I bought this could be coming out of my neighbor's amplifier next door. How would I know? There is a goddamn ethical compulsion to do better than this. I told him in the support email, I said, unless you can in some way tell me that the next version has fundamentally addressed these issues, I am never going to trust this again, and I will continue to tell people not to buy your product unless I see some damn compelling evidence. I didn't say it that way, but this is beyond unacceptable. There's no words. There's no words for the evidence here that they did not think about what they were doing in the context of privacy, in the context of safety, in the context of the modern world. But I mean, even if we're not talking about, look, the purpose of this button is to keep you from getting your career ruined by saying a heated gamer word on stream and having everyone hear it, right? I mean, let's be cynical about it, okay? But even if that's not the stakes, ripping a huge burp into your stream is going to make a few people leave. That's bad enough. It's just, I cannot express how angry I am at this. I guess I just did. Compared to what it could have been. It is so close to being a good product. Now, not in its defense, but perhaps in some kind of form of hope, given that we need this. This is a necessary product. This has to exist. No one else makes it. No one else even comes close, right? So, given that if they make another one that's better, we're going to have to suck it up and buy it. I have heard from them, they have told me that the second version that's coming out soon, I think later this year, has separate mute and power switches. But they have not gotten back to me on whether those are toggle switches or whether they're push buttons. And the other thing is, I don't give a shit if they're slide switches unless the power switch sits between the battery and the microprocessor, and the mute switch sits between the mic and the chip. So, they actually reached out to me on social media, on Twitter, because I caused an escalation apparently. And they said, would you be interested in trying the second model, a pre-release version? And I said, I might be interested in talking to one of your salespeople about this, if it addresses the concerns that I have. However, if they send one of these things to me, I'm going to have to crack it open. And if I don't see that the wire from the mic goes into the switch and back out, I'm going to get back to them and say, not good enough. And I'm going to continue to tell everyone that you are not taking people's privacy seriously. This is so easy to get right. Come on. Get out of here. So that's why I'm back on the Audio-Technica. Because you know what? This mic doesn't tell me lies. This consists of nothing more than a coil of wire and a magnet. There's no lies to be had here, right? If I want this to be off, I got to reach up and unplug it. Now that's no bullshit, right? I'm not being made promises that they can't keep. It just makes me so damn mad that no one will get. And you know what? You know what the best part is? This is the headset I've been using, right? You want to mute this one? You can press the mute button on the side. You're really concerned? Unplug it. Look at that. I guarantee you're not getting any sound into this one, right? That was so easy. And the mod mic, could do the same thing. If this $200 pair of headphones, $200 for the whole thing, and they can afford to have a jack here, then Antlion Audio can for damn sure afford for $150 for just the mic to put a slide switch on it. Get it together. All right. Anyway, got me so goddamn angry I can barely talk. Let me, theoretically, I've got network queue here, so sound.exe. Oh, that's not what I expected. Is there? There's no bat. Which one of these do I start? There's a whole bunch of them. Ral? Okay, that's doing something. Whoa. Oh, it's copy protected. Okay, well, we're just gonna let this roll for a minute. I'm waiting for a drop. Do you think there's going to be a drop? Okay, maybe not. Okay, so that didn't work. Whoa. Let's see if one of these is a cracked version. And yeah, there are several ways to implement this that are better than perhaps what I said, except that the microprocessor or the Bluetooth radio could definitely be cut off with a simple switch, even if that's not a complete solution, right? There should always be a kill switch. All radios should have a kill switch. It should be required by FCC regulation. Okay, so this isn't starting. I may not be able to run Avenue Q Rally Racer. Actually, you know what? I don't know if Avenue Q is problematic, to be honest. Now that I think about it, it seems like maybe that thing was not great. Okay, there's a Rally K here. Oh, that was a multi-game crack? Huh. Okay, now we're getting the beat. This goes. Oh, is that all? Well, there's actually, the music is just mod files in the game folder. So I can totes just extract them. RAL intro, RAL menu, and RAL trop. Okay, so we got this again, but outstanding. All right. Okay, so now we get to find out if we can actually bind the joystick or not. So, oops. Wait a minute, what are we doing here? Oh. Pardon the nose pick. Sorry, itchy. Okay, so it looks like we can't rebind the joystick, which is concerning. Ah, itchy. Might be under setup, we'll see. Option 2 menu. Option 1 menu. Wow, this is literally like, okay, I see. Alright, well, let's just launch it and see what happens. Alright. Oh, okay, so top left is going to be all the way left. Oh, right, I don't have a y-axis on this one. But all the same, I'm going to push on the accelerator. Okay, fire, 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 fire. Uh-oh. Well, none of these buttons are registering, I'm afraid. Yeah, so this is not going to work, it looks like. Ah, crap. All right, so it looks like, yeah, this was going to be finicky, but I knew that. So I'm afraid that's a bust on that one. Let's see what else we have. And I have things to do other than this. If this doesn't work out. Okay. All right, everyone. I'm gonna remind you that when I launched this game before, I got super corrupted audio. So maybe get ready to cover your ears. Yes, I've got the wrong DOSBox window up. Please hold. How did that? When did that happen? Oh, right. I just restarted it. So, okay, real quick. Plugging in wireless things. The trouble is that we're all, well, many of us are gay, and almost all of us are tired. And I mean, look at this. My wireless headphones. Do you see them plugged in right now? When I get onto a work meeting tomorrow, these are going to die because I'm not going to remember to plug them in. And I'm going to want to plug them in and use them on the cable while they're charging. And this happens to me a lot. It's going to happen with the mod mic as well. I think it's definitely a feature that they let you use it while charging. The trouble is that with only one button and an unreliable set of LEDs, there is no way to consent to that kind of use in a consistent way. So it needs more controls. You can't have one button for a device that has 6 different features you can control. That's 3. And you can't have lights that aren't indelibly connected to the physical properties they're meant to reflect. Anyway, once again, watch your ears. We might get that spicy audio. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? It needs the compact disc to be loaded, I'll bet. One moment. TNFSSSZ. Yes, it needs the compact disc. Okay, please hold. Speaking of compact discs, I have a compact disc themed video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully. There's actually let me just double check, but yeah, yep, there's a status affliction on that video right now, and I don't know if it's going to go away. Oh, you know what? Also, I just realized the thumbnail I made for it is no good. It's no good because it does not correctly dodge the it doesn't dodge the time indicator. Oops-a-doopsie. I made a boo-boo. Give me a sec. I'm fixing this right now. I see how to fix it. There we go. Save, export. Wow, it's really funny that I almost missed that. Niche hobby. Well, send me a DM on Twitter and we can discuss. I mean, that's basically it. Like I have, in fact, I have cast a spell on it to repair the situation. It just hasn't taken effect yet. It's still in transit, so it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I just not there yet. Sorry for the delay. If I don't do this now, I'm going to forget to do it, and then I'll have a really bad time when I realize I erred. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for private messaging, honestly, the easiest thing is just to hit me up on Twitter DM. It doesn't give me a very good indicator of it when I get messages on there, but still. Oh, interesting. There were multiple? Oh, hang on a second. No, that was the version I had. Network Q, Rack, Rally Championship, 1996. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't even know there was a 94 version. So, yeah, I don't think they fixed that. All right, so racing, TNFSSC, and then image mount dash TC ROM D blah. Okay, run. Okay, watch your ears. Might be loud. Ah, weed. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, dang it. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, it's not even working. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, this is pulling. Um, it's nice to hear that you're going to consume the smoke of the marijuana plant. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you have a good time with it. All right. I used to play this game, the shareware, anyway, when I was a child, and I remember it looking exactly like this. The joystick calibration was always exactly this janky. Anyway, so I don't think this is going to work. But I don't know. The left or right seems to be working perfectly. Okay, and I was able to get past the button part. And the audio is working. Okay. Let's skip through some of this because we don't even know if it's going to work. It's probably not going to work, right? That's my guess. Do I have to? There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's acting kind of janky. Yeah, I'm player. What's up? I'm player. It's acting really janky. Oh, what's going on here? I wonder if the joystick is punching the inputs. Yeah, so I think we're going to have the same problem, but let's see. Oh, yep, that's definitely what's going on. Well, you know what? That might actually be more or less working. Honestly, mood. You know, there's an option in DOSBox called joystick, what is it, 2 joystick 1 or whatever the hell it is, that lets you basically bind 2 joysticks together into one. Hang on a second. Supports 1 joystick, 4 axes. Oh, no, maybe I'm... Let me see if I can fix this. Accelerator map 2, because the thing is that crap. Hmm. Oh. Okay. I think I've been reading it backwards. I think I've been reading it backwards. I think I got this. I think I've been trying too hard. Give me a second. I think I'll have this working here in a second. Right. Ooh, ow, oof. Ooh, guess whose leg is really sore? I'm like a sore knee situation here. So what I believe I was messing up here is I was using a mode in DOSBox which I had misunderstood. That essentially, we didn't get this music before. Oh no. All right, hang on. No. Wait. Come on. Come on, proceed. What the hell? You're hitting the button. Why wouldn't you proceed? Please hold. Technical difficulties. What the hell's going on here? Nothing works. Hang on, let me turn up the polling speed. What the dick? That worked. Okay. Wah! Now DOSBox crashed. Okay, here, let me I can illustrate this. Okay, welcome to joycheck.exe. So what I had done is I was using the 4-axis mode using one joystick, and I had misinterpreted in my head what this meant. What it means is that the x-axis on the joystick was ending up on joystick 1, and the y-axis was being split out and put on joystick 2, specifically for games that expect a separate rudder or a separate pedal set to be a separate joystick, I believe is what's going on. So I put it back on normal 2-axis, and it doesn't work. I was wrong. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, we're getting absolutely nothing from the second pair of inputs. So let me take a look. Mapped to accelerator, mapped to brake. That should be how that works. Let me look at the Windows Game Controllers interface. Properties. Oh, right. It won't show me that. What do we do here? This is weird. I'm not actually sure why this isn't working. Because the device only shows up as one. Did my pedals fall out? No, plug's still in. This is weird. I actually don't know why it's not working now. Let me try. No, that's not going to matter. I'm going to run it anyway. Okay, yeah, so the wheel is definitely going in there. Whoa! What? Try again. Okay, yeah, so the wheel's going in there. There's our 2 buttons. Oh, when you press them both, it also fires the hat, or... What? Oh, whoa, look at that. Button 1, or button 2, does that. Button 1 does that. Pressing both fires off the hat, but then the hat continues to stay down as long as either of those buttons are down. Oh, man. Okay. So now it's not working. Let me see what else we have here. CH flight stick, Thrustmaster, auto. I'm just gonna put it on auto and see what happens. Okay, here we go again now. Whoops. Joystick. Okay. So that's interesting. Why do we have such a narrow range of motion? Oh, and look at that. Okay, so the other 2 have ended up over there again. What? Oh, no, sure enough, it is. There is an X and a Y axis over there. What? What? Let's look at the game-specific settings. You go to, I'm going to use combined pedals mode. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I have to use combined pedals mode. Weird. Can we? I can't get this to calibrate to the center, but I think we're in much better shape now. So now they both show up on the same stick, and brake moves up on the Y, accelerator moves down, so we need to invert both of those. Are we having a good time yet? Turn that off. Okay, so I had those. Oh, okay, I had those inverted to begin with. That goes up, that goes down. Okay. The pedals are supposed to be an extra axis now, but yeah, the wheel has force feedback. They're certainly supposed to be an extra axis now, but they shouldn't be on joystick number 2 in a DOS game. At least in this case, they certainly aren't supposed to be, because it clearly wants me to have them on 1. All right. Okay. Theoretically, we should be in the money. Let's see what we get. It would be really funny to hack, like, binary hack force feedback back into a DOS game. Okay. Once this starts reacting. Okay. All right. There's our left. Or there's our right, I suppose. Okay. Brakes. Yeah. There we go. Oh, it's a little janky. We're drifting. But we seem to be more or less good. All right, and then press a button. All right. The Logitech software is actually installed. The music in this game is just hella making me want to listen to the music in Buried in Time. Okay, so we're back to the same problem as before, where no matter what I do, I can't select anything. This is so weird. Like, I wasn't having this problem before. We are so close to having this working. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try the other version of Need for Speed that I have. Okay. Oh. Interesting. This gets to the, this loads the calibration part a lot quicker. Okay. All right. Press button. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it was always my experience that it was impossible to get the joystick calibrated close enough that it wouldn't go dunk, 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 dunk every time you're in a menu. And see, just like always, it never fails. It's always like this. Okay, now we do have a way to cheat here. We have dead zone control from outside of the app. So, okay, I just set the dead zone to 16%, and it definitely slowed down the drift. So let's see if we can get this bound and get everything going. Right, left, right, up, down. Yep, that's as it should be. Let's actually. Can we? Oh wow, it actually won't let me adjust that, but that's okay. Handbrake. Can we bind that? Nope. All right, whatever. Okay, let's just give it a shot. And we're in the Porsche. Yeah, that works for me. Okay. All right. Video games, folks. I've just had reports that Gibbs meowed, which is good news. He's been doing that, but still good news. Oh, I need to give this thing more CPU cycles. Whoops. It's okay, buddy. I hear you. Oh, that's right. The last time I played this, I think I put it in some sort of hell mode as far as oops, that was reverse. Oh, it's not calibrated. Oh, there are several problems, actually. Oh, there's several problems. Buddy. Okay, let's just put it in neutral for the moment. Oh my god. No. Could anybody have guessed that trying to play this this old game with a modern wheel was going to go poorly? I just don't see how we could have predicted this, to be honest. Oh, okay. So, okay, this seems to be stuck. See, even with the brake mashed all the way down, we're still clearly accelerating a little bit. So let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get that cranked even further down. So let's put the range at only 50% on the brake and accelerator. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay, that's all right. Let's. Oh crap, buddy. Hello. No. The hell of analog controls. The absolute hell. Now, see, and it wasn't doing this. This is the exact experience of trying to use a joystick on a game in the PC era, in the DOS era. It was this bad. It was. This is not an artifact of the modern era. It was this bad. God. Man, I at this point I'm just not even sure what to do. Let me go back. You know what? I did change one thing. I turned off timed mode. Let me turn that back on. And okay, so I have a dead zone of 30 set in the DOSBox config already. Good lord. I'm surprised we're having this much trouble. All right. Here we go again now. Yeah, I mean, things were bad. Things were bad, let me tell you. Oh. Okay. All right, well, wow, that looks a lot healthier. That's unrealistically healthy. All right. The need for speed. All right. Actually, no, I want the Diablo. There we go. Okay. I'm going to touch nothing. Okay. I'm just going to gently press the accelerator. Okay, so it's working correctly now. Okay, it's working fine right now. All right. Hey! Oh, that dead zone is enormous, though. Okay, okay. Let's just fix that. I think turning on timed mode fixed it. I don't know why, but it did. Oh, and then I need to take the range limit off the accelerator pedal, I think. Here's hoping this doesn't trash everything. There we go. All right. I was actually playing Need for Speed Heat, I think is the name of it. And because it, too, was working really well with this wheel. It was pretty much everything other than Dirt 5 actually did a bang-up job with this wheel. And I was just really amused at how, like, I have not been paying that... Oops! I've not been paying that much attention to the Need for Speed series, but holy crap. The Fast and the Furious did indelible damage to the fabric of society, didn't it? Like, everything... The number of movies that have been, movies and other narratives that I think were spawned entirely out of the weird version of reality from that specific movie series is just amazing. I don't think the things depicted in that movie resemble reality in any way. That, and, just the overall, like, the, extremely cool, criminals doing street races thing that's in all of these games now is so weird. I don't think that's real. I really don't think any of that's real. Certainly not as depicted. And it's just pervasive and incredibly hackneyed. It's like, it has the same energy as, like, sports movies. Like, the weird, like, supposed to be inspirational, but then you back up and it's just a ball game, so, like, none of the stakes are nearly as relevant as they're being made out to be, sort of thing. It's so weird. Well, there's definitely some rubber banding going on here, because I should not have caught up with this guy. That's a hell of a driving line right there. And you know what? I think my wheel is supposed to turn further than that. Nope, can't use the keyboard. I don't think this is working exactly as it should, but it's surprisingly functional. Like, Hey, look at this. I'm driving a car. Yeah, I don't know that my brakes are actually going as hard as they should be. Because when I smash them to go around a corner, I don't know. I feel like it should go a little harder than that. So I wonder if they're not calibrated correctly. I mean, they're working at least. But I think my wheels should be turning further, and I think I should be accelerating a little bit harder and braking a little bit harder. I don't know. I did catch up with the guy. Oops. Oops. Crap. Ah, crap. Oh, handbrake was the wrong decision. At least there's no damage in this game. Because they didn't have the skill to implement that. That's just me being salty. They definitely did do it on purpose. Oh, man, it's so easy to bump into the side of the road here. I also don't know if I have my limits on the wheel set correctly, because those have to be set from outside of the game. So I'm not exactly sure where my hard stops are. Oh, hey, cool. Getting some porn advertisements there. Very good. That's spicy. Like, kind of the thing that's weird about all of that, pardon me, kind of the thing that's weird about all of that, I don't know if I can necessarily say that it's Fast and the Furious is directly responsible, because I don't remember if that's where all this crap came from or what. But at any rate, that whole thing, the whole street racing thing is so strange because, like, you play these games and I mean, I'm the first person to be anti-cop, but the weird, like, the implication that you're supposed to feel for these people, if they're in some way being constrained unfairly, is so strange. Like, yes, I have played games where I'm a criminal. I played Grand Theft Auto 5, right? All of them. And there's no trouble there with, going, yeah, I kill people and steal stuff. All right, no problem. The setup makes perfect sense because you can see the one-to-one. You can see the quid pro quo where you're like, yes, if I steal things, then I'll have them, right? And this is the only way to have them without working a menial job and submitting to authority and whatnot. So yes, we'll go ahead and be criminals in this game and just steal money and diamonds and shit. That all makes sense to me. But then you go and play like this Need for Speed game, and it's like there's this implication that you're for some reason supposed to be sympathetic to their desire to just drive fast in a city. It's so strange. Like, I get it. It's cool. I have no problem with the idea that driving fast in a city, while dangerous, is cool. But there's this disconnect where I'm like, why is this supposed to be inspirational? Why am I supposed to look at these people and see like, yeah, they're banding together as a team and overcoming? Like, no, they're gonna hit and kill people. Like, when you play the game, you hit and kill people. It just doesn't show you that. You can hit other cars really, really hard and fast, right? And they don't get anything out of this. It's so strange. It's the weirdest thing. But then all that, and just like specifically Need for Speed Heat sets up this this narrative that it's an unknown, it's a generic, non-existent, like, city in California or Florida or something like that. I don't know. And it's sort of set up as like, yeah, it's the Pokemon thing, right? Where it's like, does anybody have any jobs in this world that aren't themed around Pokemon? No, it's just all Pokemon, really. There's no librarians, there's no, nobody manufactures anything. Everyone just everyone Pokemon. It's all Pokemon. And this game sort of has that same sort of vibe going on where it's sort of implied, I think, that this is all anyone in this city does is street race. And I only got as far as like there's like 2 or 3 cinematics I got through where the story it's setting up is just absolutely batshit. Just completely batshit. And I don't know if it's supposed to be tongue in cheek. I don't think it is. But it would make more sense. At least if it was, because otherwise I don't know how they're going to manage suspension of disbelief for such a ridiculous story. Anyway. Yes, Pokemon has people doing other jobs, but the point is all of society is focused around Pokemon. Literally nobody does anything in Pokemon that's not about Pokemon because it is a game. It is a cartoon that is meant to sell a video game, and a video game that's supposed to sell itself. Anyway, so this is not quite working as well as I would like it to. Let me see if I can figure out how to exit this damn race. Wait, you have to go to neutral before you can exit? That's fun. That story whips ass, Joe. And right, and that's the thing is, in Need for Speed Heat, every single character appears to spend all day and all night either racing or doing something racing related. And you're like, wait a minute, it's circular though. No pun intended. Like, where do you watch television? Like, do you eat? Like, do you do anything else? All right, let's recalibrate. Oh, mood. Yeah, and you wonder, like, okay, yes, these people are criminals notionally, you know, if we want to use that word, you know. But with that said, even if these people are whoa, I am massively overdriving. What the hell? What is causing that? I'm going to pull my mic just a touch because I was overdriving to hell. Anyway, the people in this game are notionally criminals who do crime all the time, right? But it's not like it's not diamond robbery, right? So do they have houses? They must pay like rent. Like, because there's a bunch of people who have like commercial property in this game universe. They must be paying taxes somewhere at some point. They must be getting like looked at by the IRS and whatnot. So where's the fronts? Where's the money laundering to make all this illegal cash go away? Because it doesn't add up, right? There's this huge hole in the economy that would be noticed. Well, and in addition to that, it's not going unnoticed because the whole thesis of the beginning of the game is that there's like this completely oh yeah, in Fast and Furious I think it definitely is drug dealing. That much is straightforward. Need for Speed I'm not sure about. There's no mention of it so far. But the whole thesis of the game, as far as I got, was that there's these people who just want a street race. That's all they want, man. As if that's not obviously a massive infringement on everybody else's ability to live their lives. And there's supposed to be this cop who's just like completely, you know, out of his mind with obsession to catch these people, right? In other words, he has told every relevant government authority that exists about the existence of this phenomenon, right? They've got to know where the chop shops and, you know, where people are parking these cars and whatnot. Like, why are there not raids on the regular to go after all of the, like, untaxed money that's going through these places? They should be honeypots, right? And I get it. Listen, I get it. Huh, hey man, just have a good time. It's a video game. But listen, if the game is going to not be cartoony, if it's going to not be arcadey, if it's going to try and set up a notionally realistic storyline, then you know, it's going to have to pass the sniff test at some point, and I don't think it does. I don't think it makes any sense. I don't know if I'm ever going to play through much of this game. I don't really honestly do that much with racing games. I don't know. Maybe the wheel will change that. But I'm trying to figure out how they're going to put this together. You know, how, and because right now it just doesn't pass the basic, you know, basic muster. Speaking of which, damn, he's gaining on me. I have to admit. You can't catch a Corvette in a Crown Victoria. I mean, the Corvette ain't that great a car, but still, it's going to go a little quicker than the top. I mean, not that I think the engine in a Crown Vic can't do it. I just think that once you hit like 90, 95 miles an hour, it's going to lift directly off the shocks and go flying into the sun. You're under arrest. Wait, did that work? Did that get me not arrested? Honestly, I'm impressed at how well this is working. Wait, did he spin out? Or was he just waiting for me? That's okay, bud. You can catch up. Don't want you to feel too bad. Oh, hey. I've never actually slowed down in order to not get copped in one of these games before. Well, specifically this game. And I didn't actually know if it would work. I gotta fix that dead zone. That's pretty brutal, honestly. This game looks good. Oh! Am I in first place? Oh, I am. Oh. Now, I did not do that. That was just the end of it. Ah. Oh, right. Racing Lagoon. Is that actually... Do you actually... I don't remember. Do you actually get to race in that? I guess you do. But it has like 20 minutes of intro cutscenes. Love this ass rock. Yep, yep. Driving Force GT. Should have an anime intro for this should work. I'm using this on Windows 10 and I tried it on Windows 11 and it worked. If you install the Logitech drivers for Windows 10, it'll actually work. So I'm actually gonna, this is working really well now, so I'm actually gonna go and decrease my dead zone from 30% to about 10. And then, wow, yeah, what other games do I have? Let me just go jump in the folder and take a look. Because I know some of these were kind of garbage. Yeah, some of these are junk, but there's Power F1, which I know is F1, which is a bit of a problem. This might not run without the CD. Might run without CDs. Nuts! Come on. Awkward angle on the keyboard here. Can't find mouse pointer graphic. Whoa. Huh. That's weird. Does anybody have any other suggestions for a good DOS racer I can try here? Because I guess I could Carmageddon it up. Oh man, that's it's been an absolute hot minute since I played that game. Yeah, you know what? I haven't played Carmageddon in ages. Here we go. Carmageddon Max Pack. Hey, Ziganox. I did not notice you here. NASCAR Heat? Is that a DOS game? Oh, did that finish extracting? Oh, it did. Oh, okay, there we go. Control F4. What's going on here? What? Oh. Okay. Man, I would love to run the 3DFX version, but I'm not running that DOSBox hack. Oh man, the Initial D machines are fun. You ever play with the simulator one? I think it was Initial D3. It was available in a full motion simulator, and oh man, that's a lot of fun. Oh, it's an SCI game.
Attention all competitors. This is your 1 minute
Yep.
warning. I repeat, 1 minute to race commencement. Members of the public, you now have 1 minute to reach minimum safe distance. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fire 'em up.
I'm gonna skip this intro. Oh man. Okay, hopefully we can bind this. Wow, look at the spice. A number for you to look at. Another number for you to look at. All right. So far, we're looking good. All right, there's our handbrake. I guess repair, recover. I don't know what else I should bind here. I've got the handbrake. Do I need anything else? I guess I'll do repair. All right. This looks like it's going to work. Yeah, I was going to say, and remember that, like, NOS, that goes back at least to Fast Furious, but really it goes before that, too. I'm sorry I'm skipping the cinematics. They're probably very long. I have never properly played this game. I had a demo as a kid. I didn't know what I was supposed to do in it, and I messed around with it for a bit, and it was weird, and then I quit. I did play it like several times, but I never really, put much effort into it. So, it's taking this long to load. Oh, I guess so. Wow. All right. Whoa. Oh, man, the double kick. Wow, the steering's really squirrely. I might need to turn on the Dead Zone again by Stephen King. Wait, there's sprites? I remember them being 3D models. Maybe that was the 3DFX version. Oh, I'm having so much trouble. Or maybe I had Carmageddon. Oh, that's what it was. I think I had Carmageddon 2. I've never played Carmageddon. Was Carmageddon 2 for DOS? That's interesting. I didn't induce a handbrake turn there. I like how notionally I think this is supposed to be a racing game. But I mean, does anybody care about that? Okay, it was definitely Carmageddon 2 then. I think that was a Windows title only. Oh man, the texture correction wobble is really something. I wonder if I'm going to get content ID'd for the music. I just realized this. Oh no! Out of time. Oh man, wow, that was rough. Oh, let's see. Sorry about the choppy audio. All tabbed out of the game. Yeah, okay. So Carmageddon 2 was a Windows game. I get it for $2.50 on GOG, and I'm going to. Isn't it fun how piracy just became just enough less convenient that unless you're broke, like their goal actually succeeded? I think about this a lot. That oh come on. Oh come on, don't do that. There we go. I think about this a lot, how the goal with digital distribution was almost certainly to get people to stop pirating by just making it overwhelmingly easy to just pay money for games. And it was 100% successful for anybody who could afford to actually buy the stuff they wanted. I mean, if you're broke, you're still broke. But if you actually could afford it, and it was just a matter of, I want to go to the store, I want to wait, then almost everybody I know who used to pirate stuff has stopped. And if you add up the amount of money they actually have spent on games because of this convenience, it actually adds up to a lot of money. It's a lot of, it's not inexpensive. I have bought games for $70 that I don't even want all that much, because I don't want to go deal with torrenting it and all that stuff. I just don't wanna. So like, there's games I spent $70 on and played for an hour. Like the goal, like it worked, it succeeded. It's not like. It's really funny because there used to be this justification back in the day, and the justification. That's weird. Why am I getting bongs? Whatever. There used to be this justification back in the day that, well, see, if you can't try out a game before you buy it, that's not really fair. And so what we're really doing here is we download the games and play them, and then you should really go and buy it. No one did that. No one, not a single person did that. People either pirated or they bought the game. Nobody pirated and then bought the game. It's just not in human nature. Once you have something, the impetus, you're more likely to just go, okay, that's pretty good. I should buy that if I'm going to play it. You exit, you never buy it. It's never going to happen. You're never going to get somebody, like 1 in a million, maybe, who are going to play something and then, knowing they have it all at their fingertips, go, time to spend $60, even though you should. You're not going to. And I really think that the future has shown how that's stratified. Just absolutely proving my point, which is everyone that I have known who I've ever talked to about this, they'll do what I do. They'll buy a game and then never play it. And of course, YouTube has made a lot of this better, right? Because you can go look at a game before you buy it. But still, people still buy games, pay full price, and go, this isn't really my thing, and then don't return it. So, I think it has become abundantly clear to me, at least, that the whole, well, there should really be a demo, it's representative of the full game, was always bullshit. It's never true. It was just justification, just like, oh, they're backups of my NES games. Yeah, it's never true. It's never true. It's bullshit the whole way. Yes, you can. And a lot of people don't bother. They don't bother. That's why people's Steam libraries get so choked up with stuff that they don't play, right? You know, it's thousands of dollars. You know, people make jokes like, "Oh, I got the 150 Steam games that I'm never going to play." Add that up. Even at $10, you've got like $1,500 worth of games there, and you could have returned those. You can return them now, but most times it's like, it's only $20. It's too much work. Some people, pathologically return games. Okay, yeah, the guy that's speedrunning games within the Steam return window. To be clear, there are games that I used to pirate, which I have now purchased, largely on GOG, sometimes on Steam. There's stuff that I definitely ended up buying later because I remembered it, but also because I no longer had the pirated version. And sometimes because the pirated version was less convenient to actually mess with, right? Sorry, I'm installing a game in the background here. Anyway, the point is that while you can be a miser about it, while you can actually, try not and waste tons of money on games you're not going to play, an enormous number of people never do. And I think that sort of flies in the face of the idea that piracy ever converted into game sales. I don't think it ever did. I don't have any moral qualms with it, because the fact of the matter is, when I was pirating, I could not, under any circumstances, have bought the games legitimately. I was fantastically broke. When I was a kid, my parents would buy stuff for themselves. They wouldn't buy anything for me. Never did. Certainly not at the rate I wanted. And then when I went out on my own, I was just impoverished. I was extremely poor for many years. So I continued pirating stuff, and I stopped when I got an income that made it possible to buy things. Of course, that was after digital delivery had become a thing. And so I don't know what it would be like if I had gotten a decent paying job in 2008, for instance, when digital delivery wasn't quite there. But this was in like 2012 or thereabouts. So yeah, you pretty much just got whatever you wanted off of Steam, because we hadn't had the massive balkanization of platforms. But even so, how many goddamn store apps do I have running right now? EA, Origin, GOG, Steam, Blizzard. I've got like 5 or 6 or 8 of them installed on this goddamn machine. I'll just open up whatever one I need, right? Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It's like, stochastically, yes, perhaps pirating music or applications that people otherwise could never have had and would not have made it. If Photoshop had been $30, 90% of the people who pirated it would still have pirated it, or $10 or $5, because an enormous amount, I think, an enormous number of people who got Photoshop illegally probably did it for shit posting. They probably got it for fun, and had nobody is going to spend $30, let alone $300 or $600 or a subscription on a piece of software just so they can make silly pictures with it, right? If it's not for work and they're not a serious artist, it's never going to happen. They're never going to spend the money, all right? And I don't and to be clear, I'm still pro piracy. It's your call. You make the moral decision because in my opinion, it's completely different than stealing a object that actually has genuine scarcity. So the only question you need to ask morally is, were they ever going to get my money anyway? If you know that you were never going to buy the product, no crimes committed, in my opinion. No, not morally. Shouldn't be legally either, but there's no way to prove that. So, like, whatever. There. And I think that a tremendous number of people who pirate Photoshop, even now, were never, under any circumstances, in any of the multiverses, ever going to buy it. It was never going to happen. It is never going to happen. It doesn't matter how cheap it is. It could be $3. And they still wouldn't do it. Because a lot of people don't have any money. They just don't. And they certainly don't have the money to put down on things of that nature. They don't have the money to lay down on things that are not going to produce a return on investment in any way, and are just for killing time. Man, I've been watching my mic this whole time. I swear, it's just going all over the place. Sometimes I'm talking normally, and it's up in the like -5, -10, and now it's back down to the -15, -20 that it was when I started today. I don't understand what's going on. What the hell? Especially given the fact that I've substantially pushed the amplitude. It should just be floored. This is so weird. Oh no, look at that. Wow. Hang on a second. I'm adjusting my mic up. Sorry, everyone. This might get loud. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so what happened is, well, it may sound fine, but it wasn't where I put it, and I want it to be where I put it. So I didn't turn the audio down. What happened is, I had my mic set to, yeah, that's what I thought. So it sounds fine because you've all been slowly turning your volume up, or you're in a room that's quiet. What's going on is in OBS. Yeah, there we go. That's so much better. In OBS, you have the normal slider for adjusting your mic, and that goes up to 0 dB. So you can't amplify. You can only go to unity gain. Then if you want to push it further, you have to go into the advanced properties, and then there's a field where you can set the dBs, and you can keep turning those up, right? But if you then go back to the main interface and you just tap on the slider, it'll snap back to 0 dB. Oops. Frustrating. All right. So I'm going to be off screen for a minute here because I am firing up Carmageddon 2 actually, which, oh my God. Okay, I just got this from GOG, and it straight up has DG Voodoo because it's probably a 3DFX only game. This is really funny. So it fired up, and it played the 3DFX swoop. And I'll bet you anything if I jump into the folder. I'm sorry you can't see it yet. I'm having to reconfigure it still. But I'll bet you anything if I jump into the folder, I'll find out that it has a copy of DG Voodoo in there. Also, I should mention, escaping the game window is very, very hard. This is a problem. Wow. Is there, like, no way to change the size of the window? Oh, no, I'm going to have to go in and mess with the DG Voodoo settings. Rough. This is going to suck. All right, give me a minute. Several things are not working right now. Sorry, folks. I just started a very old game on a very new computer, and it's very upset about it. GOG Galaxy Games, Carmageddon 2. And where is that? Oh, interesting. It's not DG Voodoo. It's a thing called N-Glide, which I vaguely remember. Huh. I may actually have to pull out Nglide and put in DG Voodoo so it'll do what I want. Because this is unfortunate. If I can't run it in a window, we're going to have words. We're going to have a tough time. Now, if I look this up, there's going to be people. All right, I swear to God, if anybody gets into an argument about piracy, I'm just going to ban everyone. So don't even start. Drop it. Thank you. I get the soapbox here. Nobody else. Give me a sec. Carmageddon to GOG windowed. I'm sure there's people who know how to fix this. Okay, yeah, so there's somebody here saying that to switch to windowed mode, you have to update Nglide, that actually makes perfect sense. And it also breaks, yeah, it breaks Alt Tab pretty badly. So I'm just gonna go grab an updated Nglide. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you know what? The ideal way to solve this problem would be to just put a laptop on my desk, plug this into it, and then capture the output from the laptop. What am I doing? That's actually what I planned on doing today anyway, because what I'd originally intended to do was go through some more garbage shitware, because I got some garbage shitware, and the Goodwill's been doing a little bit better. Nature is healing. And you know what? We're going to do this. So I got some compact discs. This one's fun. I paid $3 for this. I believe it is literally a set of JPEGs and nothing else. But it probably includes a viewer app. Here's another terrible encyclopedia. It's from SoftKey. I'm super excited about that. We have a Bible study app, which I got only because it says it includes a bunch of programs. I'm curious what shareware they have on there. This, actually, I don't think is that unusual. And there's people on YouTube that have already covered this thing. But, whatever. It looked kind of ridiculous. I never knew this existed. This has also been covered to hell and back. I think LGR covered this, for Christ's sake. Descent to Undermountain. Now, I think this is really funny. So, if you don't know about this, I did not know about this until I picked it up off the shelf and Googled it. Or actually, no, I didn't even Google it. I saw on the front that it's clearly an AD&D game powered by the award-winning Descent 3D engine. So, hang on a second. Let me just... there we go. Anyway, powered by the award-winning Descent 3D engine. And I didn't know Descent got licensed for anything, so that's kind of fascinating. Interplay published this. I don't think they developed it. I could be wrong. Anyway, apparently this is horrible. This is apparently just horrible. Now, I also have some other stuff here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through or if I should or what. Sometimes I pick up VCDs. VCDs were far more, video CDs, they were far more popular in everywhere except, no, that's not true. They were far more popular in a lot of Asian countries. China, I think Vietnam, a few other places. Just ate up VCD the way, we did with DVD. I think because the players were just cheaper and the media was easier to make. And so it sort of, supposedly it sort of caught on instead of VHS. No, this Descent to Underworld, or Undermountain, this is a on-foot RPG. They just used the Descent engine. I'm fascinated. It's from 1997. Also, I think it's really funny. They used the Descent engine, and the game is called Descent to Undermountain. But I'm pretty sure, I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure it's named after an AD&D campaign, so it's just a coincidence. Anyway, so VCDs are, generally speaking, because they were an extremely inexpensive option. I mean, there were DVDs in these countries as well. So the VCDs were like the cheap option. And yeah, they were also bootlegged to hell and back. So the end result is you can find a lot of garbage on them. And so like whatever this is a sealed copy of something. I don't know what it is. So there's that. And then this thing here as well. Also, this is a 6-pack of VCDs. I have no idea what it is. No English text on it. I didn't bother translating it. I just bought it. And then I also got, these are 2 language tutor discs, which I don't necessarily intend on playing. I was just showing you what I got. I don't know if I'll play any of that. Anyway, but I also got a CD copy of Ben Folds' Rockin' the Suburbs, because this is actually one of the best sounding it's a great record, but it's also one of the best sounding CDs I've ever heard. When I bought my expensive headphones, I got these Sennheiser HD660S headphones for about $350, and I started looking for like high quality audio to play on them, and I found out that this is actually one of the best mastered albums I've ever heard in my life. Honest to God, it sounds great. You can hear so much detail, and so it's not just, it's a good album, it's a good test for some nice headphones, and it's also just pleasant. It's just nice listening to it, sounding that good on with a bunch of songs that are also really good. And nobody has a FLAC version of this, so I decided I'd just rip my own. So I got all of those, and I also actually had a bunch more software that I was meaning to look at. And I'm going to run through some of this today. I'm still going to be streaming for a bit. You probably saw my ass there, but that's okay. It'll be okay. Let's see. I cannot show this to everyone, right? Well, I'm gonna strategically position my hand here. I was in the Goodwill a while back, and it's at the RePC, and I saw this. Diamond Media would like to know more about you. And it's all these questions on the front here. Name, address, city, occupation, marital status. Do you drink or smoke? Which brand? Do you have a sound card? What would you like to see on our next disc? Are you pleased with this disc? So what is this disc? Well, so it is some porn, and it's what looks like a really old porn disc, because it actually has it's got the compact disc data storage logo on it, which, is that what they ratified? I don't remember now. Is that what the CD-ROM logo is supposed to look like? I thought it said something other than data storage on it, and now I'm like, do I have one with a normal? That one just says compact disc. Do any of these? Oh no, sure enough, that really is. That is the correct logo. Compact disc data storage. Okay. But anyway, what I really like is this thing here, ISO 9660. It's so weird that they would put that on there. I'm obviously not going to run this disc. Jonathan Frakes. Do you drink? Which brand? What magazines do you read? Any education? Do you have a sound card? Somebody get on Cameo and give Jonathan Frakes $50 to read the back of the CD. Here you go. There you go. You can just send that to him. Just ask him to do all those in the style of whatever the name of that show was. Anyway, so yeah, I adore this very programmer art. Well, it's really just scumbag art, because that's the thing. All these discs, they're all fraud. These are almost always, when you find porn CDs for the compact disc, for the personal computer rather, on compact disc, they're almost always stolen. It's imagery that's been. So back in the 90s, there was a whole network of bulletin boards. I would say network. They're all independent. There are a bunch of bulletin boards, and I think Jason Scott wrote about this, because there were some really tragic stories behind it. Where basically these bulletin boards were distributing porn, one of the most widely available sources of porn at that time, really, and a number of the people that were running them ended up in, either prison or with just colossal fines, just because of fundamentalist assholes. Like, they had done nothing wrong, they had broken no law, but they made some Christians mad. And so they had to be punished, even if it wasn't, remotely legit. And so some of these people got in some really big trouble, really for no good reason. But anyway, But the thing that sucks about these, and that sucked about those, to be honest, is those BBSs were all, it was all stolen content, basically. People were scanning stuff from magazines. There was no original content. It wasn't only fans of 1994. It was basically people scanning actual porno mags and digitizing the images, slapping a watermark on it. This was downloaded from Dr. F's, bulletin board. Dial this phone number. Arizona, Kentucky, California. 50 user concurrent, support. And then they would get blasted across all the other BBSs. So I actually, a while back, I had this idea. It's impractical. I'm never going to do it now. But that stuff deserves to get preserved as well. At least I used to think so. So what I did is I went to Internet Archive, which has a ton of these discs. It's got all these pressed discs with archives from these BBSs. And I downloaded about, 10 of them. And I started going through them on a private stream. I set up my own stream reflector. I got about 10, friends and trusted, acquaintances on there. We went through and we went through some of these. And I got to the point where I'm like, it's all the same. It's like the same couple hundred images repeated over and over, and they're old. They're really old. There's no original content. I think a lot of this is being scanned from 70s era Hustler and stuff like that. It's not categorized or anything, so it's pretty crappy. So on the one hand, these people didn't deserve to get punished the way they did for what they were running. On the other hand, we all also know that Pornhub is basically a huge piracy site where a bunch of people really are being directly screwed out of money. So they maybe should have stopped, but they didn't deserve what they got. Anyway, so this is probably made by scumbags who basically scraped those BBSs and dumped the results onto a disc, which is one of those things where, the line from, was it Pirates of Silicon Valley? It's like, you broke into someone's house to steal their television, and you're now mad at me because I got there and stole it first, right? This is probably double or triple dipped stolen content, where it's like it was somebody scanned it out of a Hustler and uploaded it to this BBS in order to get clout, and then the BBS distributed it to other people to get clout, and then some of those people downloaded it from the BBS and sold it to make profit. Anyway, yeah, I sure as hell, I eventually decided that I wanted nothing to do with the millstone of, in any way, interacting with online pornography, and abandoned it entirely. So I also have this IBM disc called Emergency Room. No idea what this is. I strongly suspect it's nothing really all that good. And I'm probably not going to do it on this stream. I have a Corporate Systems Center Hard Drive Bible Edition 9. Yeah, whatever. Well, I'm definitely not doing this on the stream. Corel Linux 6. But this, I'm interested in. Virtual Seattle 99. The only screensaver to employ a 3D digitally rendered city featuring Seattle's favorite sites. And it's also an interactive map where you can roam around Seattle. So, interested in that. Oh, that's right. I don't know how I got this, and I don't know what it is. Oh, sorry, give me a second. Sorry, reading chat. Okay. Yeah, so I got this thing. I have no idea where I got this or when. It's called Into the Dark. Never heard of it. Looks janky as hell. There's a blurb on the front that says, Into the Dark is a really amazing indie project from Ivan Ertlov. Combination of Duke Nukem with Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice and some really dark horror adventure elements. And then deserves the credit for inventing an almost totally new genre and combining horror and humor into an almost perfect B-movie experience. These are both from unknown websites I've never heard of. But has anybody heard of this? Is this a thing? I can't. It looks like a first-person shooter is the thing. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at the blurb on the back. Whoa. Huh. Okay. The blurb on the back here is written. It's written in like third-party voice. Like it wasn't written by the people who made the game. So check this out. Developed by indie Austrian studio Homegrown Games, Into the Dark follows Peter Brandon, a jaded private investigator who uses dubious methods to obtain information for the largest insurance company on America's East Coast. I love the return of the Obra Dinn. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Into the Dark combines puzzle adventure, first-person shooter, and RPG elements with a visible basement development approach for an exciting gaming experience. It's dunking on it. It's like a review. But this is the blurb on the back of the box, right? Lacking a AAA engine, studio voiceover recordings, and most importantly of all, sanity in the world, Into the Dark builds up in a unique atmosphere so dense you can chew it. Best consumed late at night with the lights off and the speakers on. Who wrote this? Like, this is like triple republished or something. Because it's not written in first person. It's not written as if it was created by the people who actually like in any way represent the game, but more in the vein of, oh God, I just realized what it reads as. This is the same tone that's used for early like subtitled foreign movies. This is how like Miramax might have written a blurb in early days, somebody who it was published by nobody. It was published by somebody called UIG Entertainment. That's someone in Germany. Ultimate Trash Edition. So, is this something where they're just leaning in? They're just leaning in really hard to this game being poorly made as a way to sell it. I wonder how the original developer feels about that. But yeah, so I have a take, which is probably not a very popular one. You cannot create camp. It's not possible. There are exceptions. The Rocky Horror Show succeeded. Don't know how. But you, generally speaking, cannot create. You can't create the so bad it's good on purpose. I don't know. I guess Half-Life Full Life Consequences was tongue-in-cheek. But generally speaking, when something is so bad it's good, it's usually not because the person making it knew it was that bad or was trying to make it that bad. It's usually because they tried their best and failed, and it's, it requires some earnestness, yes. So there's always this question in my head whenever I see so bad it's good. I'm like, okay, well, if you're doing this post MST3K, I don't trust like that, all right? If you're deliberately making it bad, then look, I got better things to do. Like I don't have time to sit around and be insulted in that way. I think that there's value in for whatever reason in enjoying someone's earnest screw ups. But there's certainly been a number of things I've seen in my life. I can't name names, but there's been a lot of things I've seen in my life that were trying to be bad, and it never works. It never works. It just makes me mad. It's like, get out of here with that. Somebody said, what about Tim and Eric? I hate Tim and Eric. I actually think they're not funny. I think that they're not clever. And after a while, I figured out why that was. I actually figured this out a couple weeks ago, and I've just been reeling from the information ever since. I gotta find my laptop. Hopefully I don't pull my headphones out here. So, Tim and Eric is not an original work, per se. It's actually an attempt to clone Mr. Show with Bob and David. And that was a show, if you're not familiar with it, I wasn't. I only found out about it a couple weeks ago. Mr. Show with Bob and David was David Cross and Bob Odenkirk did like a surreal sketch comedy series back in like 90 95 to 98, something like that. And it was on HBO, which gave them really wide latitude. The trouble is, at that time, there was no streaming, and HBO was never more than a couple percent of the total television audience. So what ended up happening is, I don't think anybody has ever heard of this show. Obviously, it's not true, but you know what I mean. It never became big in the way that stuff that's on basic cable or on network television did. But if you watch it, you start going, oh my God, this is like Tim and Eric. And you keep watching, and you're like, this is like Tim and Eric if it was good. Because they don't pull their punches. Tim and Eric know that their show is bad. Like, yes, that right. Tim and Eric has had, what, thousands of skits? And people reference like 4 or 5 of them total, right? Look at SNL. There's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of SNL skits that are just crammed into popular culture, right? And there's bits in Tim and Eric that are hilarious, right? Celery Man gives me life. I can't get over it. It's breathtaking. But then you go and watch something like the Cinco Seaphone commercials, and it's like, oh, it's really funny for the first about 20%, and then they just start repeating a not funny part of it, and you're like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just finish the joke? And you're just sitting there the whole time like, what are you doing? Finish the joke. What are you doing? What is all this? Why are you like making weird goo-gaw noises into the camera? Stop. Just finish the joke. Watch Mr. Show. They finish the joke. They set it up and then knock it down. And it's funny. You laugh at it. It's actually funny. I remember watching Tim and Eric when it was like relatively new and having like an existential crisis because of how unfunny it was, how disappointing it was. I was at a friend's house and I was like trying to watch it at like 11 at night and nobody else was awake. And I was just sitting there just like, it was the nadir of my life to that date. I was sitting like, wow, I would rather be doing laundry right now. I wish this would stop. It was awful. And you watch Mr. Show and you're like, oh my God, this is every joke that Tim and Eric set up. Finished. Plus they swear. It's great. Go watch Mr. Show. Ugh. Like the whole goddamn Adult Swim, that whole, sort of adult cartoon / comedy / whatever thing that happened was a lot of, that was sort of the second renaissance of what MTV started. Because back in the 80s, particularly the late 80s, MTV, because they were so off the beaten path and had their own network, on which all they were kind of doing for a long time was running music videos and directly music related things. When they started looking for like additional programming, they really didn't have any preconceptions about what it could be, but they also knew that they could put on anything and it would probably be successful, and they were right. And so what they started doing in like the late 80s is they just started bankrolling weirder and weirder and weirder stuff that should never have had a chance, right? If Mike Judge had sent Beavis and Butthead, Frog Baseball, to I don't even know who was running cartoons at that time. There was no other network that was ever going to take that. It was never going to happen. It was competing against like Hanna-Barbera sludge. And but MTV was willing to just freeball it. They were willing to just, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, let's go for it. And so he literally just mailed them a tape. And they just hit him back and be like, can we run this? Can we broadcast this? And they became massively successful as a result. It was one of the most popular TV shows in existence. The whole liquid television thing and all the other stuff that MTV bankrolled back then, none of it had anything to do with music necessarily. The whole like music videos bit in Beavis and Butthead was just Mike Judge trying to figure out how to fill time, and that was an option he had available because he was on MTV. It shouldn't have worked, right? The whole television machine had no room for what he was doing. Well, he wasn't trying to do anything. He was just doing stuff. It was just whatever came to mind. And so MTV bankrolled a bunch of stuff like that, and then MTV got the war ended and they got jobs as stockbrokers, and then beat their wives and yelled at their children. The whole free love era of MTV died, as usual, as we've seen so many times, and something had to replace it. So what ended up happening was Cartoon Network. The way I can't remember exactly how it worked, but there was definitely the whole like William Street thing where all the C-Lab and Aqua Teen and whatnot, all that grew out of, I think C-Lab started it, and it grew out of the two guys who started, Adam Reed and the other guy, I can't remember. Literally, I think what it was is that they had a job. It wasn't at Cartoon Network. I think it was either in another division or was at another network, and they were just slackers. They were just like not doing their jobs, and instead they started like doing this. They started like doing weird, confusing, like cut up sort of sketches made out of other stuff, and pardon me, I think they got fired over it, and then they went and got jobs at Cartoon Network, and basically they were looking for new content, and these guys just like, yeah, well, we can try and do this thing, and they just sort of said, okay, give it a shot. Again, it was that like blank check. I'm sorry, yeah, it was Space Ghost. I'm sorry, it was Space Ghost. That's what it was. They were given another one of these like MTV style blank checks to just do whatever they wanted. No one was paying attention. They were just like, yeah, just give us a tape. We'll run it. And they did. And massively successful. No one could have planned it. No one could have predicted it. No one could have... And the trouble with it, in my opinion, is that no one was planning it. No one had any sort of... direction. There was no... no controls set on what it could be, and so I used to really not like anything that was on anything on Adult Swim other than C-Lab. I still don't like Aqua Teen. I really don't. And a lot of Space Ghost actually doesn't do it for me, and much of that is because it's almost all improv on some level, and I hate improv unless it's really good improv. I actually hate improv. I think it sucks. I'm sorry. There's some improv performers that are amazing, but like when most of the dialogue for something is just, oh, it's just, we just thought of things in the recording studio and then we made cartoons to go with it. Like, yeah, and the result wasn't funny. And I'm sorry, but I think the only reason people thought it was is because like, oh, look at that. The cartoons that are from the 70s are saying things they shouldn't be. And no one got over that. Maybe it's just because everyone was high. Because everyone was high as shit. Who was watching Aqua Teen. Anyway, but funny thing about this, yeah, the network didn't care about any of the Hanna-Barbera footage, but the creators did. There's this beautiful, beautiful interview I found with the creators of Space Ghost, etc., where the interviewer asked them, what are the people who originally made, because this was back when C-Lab had first come out, I think. What do the creators of C-Lab think about this? Are they angry at you? And they said, oh yeah, they are. When we started doing this, we got a letter from this. I think the guy was in like his 80s at the time, but the main creator or showrunner of the original C-Lab 2020, and it just said in essence, please don't do this. I'm asking you, don't do this. And we ignored him, and we did it anyway. And then they went on to say, the thing is, he should really just be mad at the people who produced the show because, in the first place, because if you go look at the character designs of the artists and designers who originally created these characters, they were fantastic. Go look at the show they produced. It's crap. So I think it's fascinating, these guys who built an entire career, like a monumental mega career, out of literally cutting up someone else's work product of their career, and what if we made your guys that were supposed to teach kids about environmentalism, what if we made them say cusses and then bleeped it out? what if they gave each other the finger? What if they talked about sex irreverently, right? It was so disrespectful. I'm here for it. Yeah, exactly. It was like early YouTube poop, right? Let's just take this, chop and screw it, and make them say stuff they never said, right? That was their thing. But then you go look at this, you go watch this interview, and you go, you know what though? They have taste, and they have taste, and they have artistic vision. You could tell immediately. The fact that they're getting mad about C-Lab 2020 actually having had like poor quality artwork means these guys actually give a shit about animation. They just won't do it themselves. Of course, I think later they did. Anyway, another beautiful gem. Two other beautiful gems in that interview. One of them was the interviewer asked something along the lines of, do people think that you must be high when you make this? And they all the guys are in it, it's like 3 or 4 people from the production crew. They all just go like, oh God, it happens all the time. And one of them just goes, I've got 2 kids. Are you kidding me? And another guy's like, if I have a coffee, I can't write. It's just, it's incredibly funny to me to see these guys just having this conversation. That is exactly what I would imagine. It goes exactly the way I would imagine it would go in my head, right? But you don't expect it to actually go that way, and you don't expect it to be so frank. The other thing I can't find it now for some reason, but there's also a bit in there because none of the like 3/4 of the shows that Adult Swim became known for had not come out yet. And so there's some bit in there about here, let me look it up. They had not yet produced Robot Chicken, but they were about to. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, and so there's this line in there where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're real excited about this about the future. Seth Green has this thing he's going to be doing with stop motion we think might be cool." It's really funny. I mean, like, obviously nobody's going to know how things are going to go until they go that way, but it's just really funny seeing these sort of very non-prescient conversations about yeah, where this is all going. Oh boy, howdy. All right, let's I'm trying to decide. You know what? I'm going to lose the wheel. Maybe I'll play Carmageddon 2 next time, but I'm actually going to lose the wheel because I'm just going to put some discs in. The difficulty of getting the game over to the laptop here would be substantial. I just don't want to mess with it right now. So let me, boy howdy, hang on a second. Let me see if I can get the capture going here. There we go. Turn that off. Okay, and audio is muted. Tangent. Yeah, I was never one for Robot Chicken. It wasn't really my style at all. Oops, I gotta reboot the I gotta reboot my capture card here. Just a second. Come on. Come on. Come on, bud. Oh, come on. It's still doing it? Give me a sec. There we go. That's capturing the whole thing. Come on. Bud. Bud. Oh, that's weird. What the dick? What's going on here? Why is it doing this? There we go. Oh. No, that still didn't fix it. Like, when I look in the preview, it shows the whole desktop. But here, what the hell is going on? Let me switch inputs. Come on! What's going on here? Reset transform. Oh my god, the crop. I set a crop up last time. Ugh. How's that for shooting yourself in the foot, huh? Folks, we love to have fun on here, but sometimes we're bad at it. Heavens to Betsy. What is first on the docket? All right, Ziganox, have a good one. Enjoy Biscycle. Oh, Equestriad was still in here. That game sucks. Virtual Seattle, let's go. I have never tried this before. I have no idea what to expect. I'm going to unmute my audio input capture. Make sure that's on the right device. Yes, it is. Let's just see if we can get a bonk. Oh. Oh, this is chill as hell. I'm going to get content ID'd on this. Yeah, I want the wallpaper files. Are you kidding? I'll play as many horse games as you want. So I guess I have to close this for the music to stop? Remember to thank your dad this Father's Day. Oh yeah, it is that, isn't it? I called him earlier. Yeah, maybe they mean hacking tools, you know, what we now call, you know, exploits. So is this, so this is supposed to be interactive. Oh, there we go. Oh, all right. Oh, so we can click on all of this to get some information. Oh my gosh, it's like it's a little bit of a phone book. Okay. Whoa. Oh man, this was relevant for 1 year. Huh. There was a Bang & Olufsen dealer apparently down there. Okay, so the I is like business information, the H is history. Wait, is this a rendering bug or is there different thicknesses of H? Because those H's are not the same size. Okay. And then we can go this way to... Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, so it's got like a little transition dialogue. Yeah, so Seattle Center, Belltown, Central District. All these cars. Like, that was definitely the hardest part of this whole thing to make. I was hoping this was going to be more sort of first-person-y. I mean, we do get these little renders, and that's cool. Is that Key Arena that used to be called something else? Is that what's up? Aren't we supposedly at the center? Oh, there's the Sneedle. There we go. So wait, does it not have a close-up on the Sneedle? Really? Oh. Oh, if you right-click, you get this little pop-up where you can jump to wherever you want. Okay, the UW's up there. Yeah, okay, the UW's okay. Wow, is this it? This kind of looks like this is it. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit that crab. So yeah, this is the whole thing. Rip Viaduct. Rip Viaduct. Rip Viaduct. Replaced with a dumbass big dig. It does have the kingdom, yes. We're going to go there in a minute. Yep. This program is underwhelming.
Right, come and get it.
This is underwhelming. Wow, you know what? The traffic is actually being... The traffic is not pre-routed. It's actually like pathfinding. That's the most interesting part of this entire thing. Man. All right, see the kingdom. There it is. Yeah, I was not here for the kingdom. Kingdom. There it is. That's all the information we have on the kingdom. We have no pictures of the inside. We have no no renders. We've got nothing. CD-ROM software used to be so disappointing. It's not really like Google Maps. This is useless as a navigational tool. It's just like a little tourist trap kind of, you know. Yeah? It's just like a little tourist map. Nothing special. Yeah, like I'm trying, like who is the target market for this? I have no idea. All right. Well, that's that. That was disappointing. Now there were other things on this disc. What is the Virtual Seattle movie? McDonald's. Oh. Yeah, this is software for nobody anywhere. Now this is software I can use. Yeah, why the fog? I don't know. Render distances aren't applicable on a wireframe render, or a scanline render. And then I guess there's a bonus track on here as CDDA. Are there any more? Nope, those are the only AVIs. That's it. That's all we have. Let's start that WinMead. God, I always hated this this program. It's so bad. I'm gonna get content ID'd. 60 megabytes.
Look at the frozen sidewalk, I'm lost again.
I'm gonna get content ID'd on that. Hang on a second. Oh man. Okay, well, those lyrics don't exist, so let's go back to that. I have a notion.
sidewalk, I'm lost again. I can't remember the last time I saw anyone who'd even look at me. There's poison in my mind. There's no way out this time. If I can remember where I'm from, then I can't go home. And the warm wind I feel is blowing in from bad days of breath of kindness in the dead of winter. I wanna get blown away.
This is from some band called Ripple. Yeah, I think this is a band that did not get signed.
One look in the night sky before I sleep. But the same wandering eyes still following me. Alright, it gets to me. There's poison in my mind. There's no way out this time. I can't find any water, even fit to wash.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
And the warm wind I feel is blowing in from bad
What's the name of the track?
kindness in the dead of winter. Blown away. I wanna get blown away.
Oh, Blown Away. There it is.
I wanna get blown away. No color in the sunshine, no comfort in the sky. There's no one here that I can talk to.
Yeah, this was a kind of like nominally rock genre that existed at this time and then disappeared just a couple years later.
Blowing in from bad days of breath of kindness.
Oh, don't be that mean. Ugh. You're probably right, still. Oh, yeah, adult contemporary. There you go. Man. Oh. It's like not terrible, but just nothing in particular. Yeah, well. That was almost depressing. Let's move on to something less depressing. Unfortunately, not the pornography. You can't do that on YouTube. I've been curious about this since I got it. The Corporate Systems Hard Drive Bible. Oh, Lord, this disc is never in used. I mean, who's surprised, right? Burk. Pardon me. Is everyone just going to work on their most florid dunks on this this poor no-name band? HDBCD8ED. It's so easy. Huh. Wait, okay, so you put this disc in, and the auto run is simply, it's so easy to place an order, and then view README and explore the CD, and that's it. There's no program, apparently, so that's interesting. Wait, so that's the program? Is this is the document printer? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a porn disc here that I mentioned earlier. When I bought this haul of compact discs, I got a porn. And I am not going to be showing it on YouTube. Anyway, so yeah, I guess this is like a hard drive vendor. Oh, okay. So this is a thing that used to happen. It's TIFFs. Yep. So TIFFs were the PDFs of the 90s. basically until PDF became a thing. They're actually quite nice. It's a wonderful format. They support multiple pages within one file. You can have, I think, you can have layers, multiple image formats. I want to say you can do vectors with them. So, for instance, this is a 2-page document, right? And then you can rotate it. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah, it's pretty much, here's the thing. It's just some print documents that they scanned in. TIFF was the native format that a lot of fax machines and scanners and whatnot dealt with. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a catalog on a disk, which, to be fair, I mean, if we check, I'll bet there's at least several dozens of megs, possibly a couple hundred megs in here. Yeah, 132 megs. So I'm guessing the write date on this is going to be 94, 96, somewhere in there. 95. Wow, right down the middle. In 1995, there was no better way to get 132 megs of stuff to somebody. Yeah. And interesting. So this program they included, this is the only actual program on the thing, and it's for printing these TIFFs from DOS, and I guess Windows 95. But does it have a previewer that works? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So you're not getting an output, but it's doing a really crunchy job of rendering this TIFF to my screen. Really crunchy. So yeah. You know what? Actually, you know what? I can show this to you. Here's another song for you. Mount D. Wait, what? Oh. There we go. Alright, select the file. Wait, what? Control F4. What? Why would that be? Oh, go to hell. Document.dir. Why wouldn't it be able to open it? It's right there. Have we discovered a bug? Oh. Wow. Huh. Oh, wow. For some reason, this program is trying to open it in write mode. Huh. What? What would cause that? All right, well, no problem. I'm determined. This will take so little time to copy. Wait, it's copying off a CD. This will take several minutes. Oh, man. Yes, TIFF is a container format. Yeah, it did come out originally for XP, but yes, I take her meaning that you'd think it would have dropped XP support, but there's not really a reason to, because DOSBox has zero dependencies other than universal Win32 APIs that are never going away, and SDL that has no reason to drop XP support either, really. I mean, there's plenty of packages that drop support for it, even though they arguably don't need to. It seems reasonable to imagine that they would have, but yeah, they didn't. Nice. So I wonder what's actually in this document.dir. Oh, wait, that's all? Okay, so I probably don't need to copy the whole thing over. Let's just copy some of it. Come on. Yes. Okay. Then we'll go back. run this. Mount D. Okay. Because it's probably still write protected. And for some reason it cares about it. Oh, weird. Wait, what? Wait, now why is it failing? Man, okay. Alright, I hit my limit. Moving on. So there was stuff on there other than that, though. So controller. Are these drivers? Oh, they're drivers. Oh, they just decided to make this a driver disk as well. Yeah, sure, why not, right? And then, oh, and then a Windows document viewer. Okay, because you probably wouldn't have that. So this is a thing that I've thought about a lot. It's a trial version. They didn't even... Oh, my God, this is low budget. So this is a thing that I've always thought was interesting. In the 90s, when compact disc was new, but also when computers were just, 90s and late 80s, when computers were not yet for the masses, right? Which really only happened with Windows 95 and really only happened with AOL. The internet is what made everyone get a computer and learn to use a computer. Prior to that time, there was an expectation that people would use the computer a little harder. So there was a lot of software where you'd put in the disk and it wouldn't have an auto run. It would just have some folders, and you were expected to just dig through the folders, see what's in there, figure it out. There's some programs, run them. And I'm not saying that was better. I'm just observing that this is a thing that used to happen a lot more. And eventually they decide, like, no, people won't be able to figure out. We need to put the auto run in there and have a button for everything they can do, which is not unreasonable, but it's just a tip viewer. Okay, there you go. It did sort of end an era where CDs would be sort of endless rabbit holes where you never knew what was going to be on a CD. It could really be anything. Vendors would make CDs, and they would just sort of fill up the extra space with whatever. You'd find shareware, you'd find, documentation for things they thought you might also have bought. You'd find little diagnostic applications, music, videos, all kinds of things. CDs were so big that they would just sort of pack whatever on there. Well, if you've got to put a link to every single thing on the auto run program, you're not going to bother with a lot of that. But if you think people are going to just explore the disk, then you can just put a bunch of random crap on there. That's neat. Pardon me. All right, so this here is the Bible software that I got. It's clearly pre-Windows 95. The only reason I grabbed it is just because it suggested that it had 11 popular programs and 6 Bible translations. And obviously the Bible translations are not interesting. But the, wow, they just raw dog it, put it straight in the root of the disk. Yeah, whatever. I am fairly certain that I saw at least one disc, cover disc on a magazine that had full versions of a game. But I could not swear to that. Anyway, I'm just curious what the 11 popular programs are. Like, is that going to be 11 popular Bible-related programs? You know what? This is a booklet, not just a slipcover. Whoops. Not just a cover insert. This probably says. Yeah, so Quick Verse, which I guess is a Bible Explorer. Holman Bible Dictionary, PC Bible Atlas, Nave's Topical Bible. Oh, yeah, here we are, actually. Oh, okay. Wow, there really is a whole lot of stuff in here. Just a whole bunch of Bible apps. I wish one of them was Noah's Ark. Yeah, it turns out they ported Noah's Ark 3D to the PC, and I have the only copy of it because nobody else bought this disc. Oh, that's the other disc. This is the hard drive Bible, and that's talking about hard drives. This is the Quick Verse Holy Bible. So this is it. Oh, okay. So they got a bunch of versions of the Bible, and then they have sets of notes that go with. Wow, okay, yeah, it's like fully annotated. The first verse of the Bible gives us a satisfying and useful account of the origin of the earth and the heavens. That's actually kind of, it's actually kind of fascinating. So, wait, so who wrote this? This is... Huh. Matthew Henry. Yeah, so there's a note in here for every single Bible verse. That is kind of fascinating. Oh, didn't I? Yeah, everything. It's janky, but why is it janky? Huh. I don't really know why it's janky. All right. I don't need this, but I was just curious, like, if the software was all Bible related, and it appears it is. Look how comprehensive this software is. There's so many settings. You can copy a passage, or you can copy the format text. Wait, and hang on. And, oh, do you have to enter the one you want to copy in there? Let's see. Let's go to copy passage. Oh, so you have to specify the one you want. Okay. Okay. Reference trail. Oh? Yeah? We got breadcrumbs? I would have to, Whoa! What? There's so much going on here. I haven't found any hypertext yet. But, I'm just kind of... Oh, here's a list of all the words. That's a hell of a word right there. Let's search that one. There we go, Deuteronomy. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, so this is basically just your history, really, the reference trail. But then, man, there's so much functionality in here. Like, it's all fairly basic as things go, but at the same time, you can add more translations. Damn, they went hard on this. You can independently set the Bible font and the note font and the search list font. Like, okay, that is unreasonably customizable. Yeah, that's King James Version. Which is also a really good Harvey Danger record. I used to not like it, but I've really gotten into it. I don't like the first two tracks, which is why I couldn't get into it. But as soon as you hit, like... oh, shoot. What's track 3 on that album? Hang on a second. King James Version. I was more a fan of... or no, I'm sorry. King James Version is not the one I had a hard time getting into. That album is absolutely solid. Every single track on it is 100% solid gold. Harvey Danger, King James Version. Grab it on Spotify, whatever. Listen to it cover to cover. It's fantastic. Best track, Pike Street Park Slope. Just killer. Killer. But every track on there is a 10 out of 10 track. They're all really good. The one I was thinking of was Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone? I think that was their first album. It's the one that Flagpole Sitta came off of, and it's just like completely out of place on that album. And it was out of place for them too. Like they made this whole... They've been doing music for a while, and they were just some band nobody had ever heard of. And then they wrote this song, Flagpole Sitta, and accidentally became a massive smash hit. And like there's a story from I found this interview with Sean Nelson, the singer, where he's talking about how like he was dealing with like going it's gold or platinum or something on this single. It was some ridiculous, like they were chart-topping national hit, and he was still working at the radio station where he'd been working. So like, it's just completely. It was just a bizarre situation where he was just like holding down a day job still because like he wasn't supposed to be in a successful band. Anyway, other than that song though, I really don't like the first. Oh man, like first 4 tracks actually. Flagpole Sit is good, but the other tracks of the first 4 are like not very good. But then you get to Problems and Bigger Ones, just absolutely fantastic from then on. Jack the Lion is incredible. Old Hat's incredible. Wrecking Ball's incredible. Just really great album. Listen to Harvey Danger's entire discography; they're fantastic. And Sean Nelson's weird one-off solo record. I wish he'd done more. He had some good ideas. Brilliant songwriter. Anyway, no, I would say this is probably not pre-existing database software. I would expect, because this is the way that this goes. Yeah, this is custom. A thing that happens is no, I can't formulate that thought. Never mind. Anyway, suffice to say, it's very much my expectation that if you were to look into it, you would find that every major religion and several minor ones have a complete suite of custom everything for every purpose written by somebody, and widely adopted that's just incredibly precisely tailored to the purpose in question. Likewise, this one here. Oh, this is also from Parsons Technology. Holman Bible Dictionary. This is also going to be completely custom. Although I don't know, because this does come up, it does say article, which doesn't seem right. Oh wait, no, these are articles. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Here's the hypertext. We were waiting for the hypertext. There it is. Yep. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, there we go. Let's see that PC Bible Atlas. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Harvey Danger, just like they didn't know what to do with themselves, and they did their big breakout hit, Flagpole Sitta, on like late night or something like that, and Sean Nelson deliberately sabotaged it because he was just like. He was all twisted up in his head about what he should be doing because he'd been thinking of himself as a very like sort of punk kind of non-mainstream person, and all of a sudden he's thrust into the spotlight, and he just really didn't want to be successful, and so he actually did a bad job. He screwed up the performance on purpose, and I think in the interview he regretted it, and I think in the interview he said his mom, he told his mom he was going to do it, and she's like, "What are you doing, Sean? Stop that. Just play the song. People like you." And he did it anyway. And I don't know how much it contributed to them never becoming a bigger band. But really, if you listen to the rest of their music, that was never going to happen anyway. It's shocking they had one hit at all. Oh, okay. So this is going to be like a Windows meta file. I was thinking, like, is this going to be like a full-on like Google Maps kind of thing? I doubt it. But no. It's wow. Cheaper Tinder. Even I can? Huh. Wow. I can. Huh. It's really funny that even though I'm banning all these chatbots, all of their porn suggestions are going to remain indelibly in the history of the VOD, because I'm baking them into the pixels. Anyway, so I was like, is this going to be like an actual like GIS app or something? But no, it's just a bunch of Windows meta files. We don't even get like a zoomed in version of this, I don't think. Yeah, you know what? This has an articles menu as well, so perhaps there is some sort of genericism going on here. But these are all made by Parsons Technology. Good Lord, can we get up on the like strong bad energy of this? Oh man, look at him go. Is he gonna loop around, or is the program gonna crash? Oh, there we go. Oh man, hey, more bots. It's okay. You know what? That's true. Tinder is overpriced. You got a point, man. So yeah, I think this is all custom software. It just shares some underpinnings. So I think we got an idea of two comments that I'll make there. One, actually I don't remember what the other one was going to be, but what I know I was going to say is that the front of this says 11 popular programs. You know, that kind of feels like maybe they're tooting their own horn a little bit because it wouldn't be popular yet. Yeah, I don't know if there is a chat filter for that. I haven't looked into it. I could probably do it with Nightbot. The problem is that once you implement something like that, you just end up moderating Nightbot, and it's just, I don't normally have this much trouble with them, so I'll just cross my fingers. Anyway, I'm going to try this this disk here, which I think literally just contains some JPEGs and nothing else. We're going to see. You know what I just realized? I never noticed this up until now. Open up a CD jewel case that software came on. Look in the upper right. It's the CD-ROM logo. Except it isn't. It's hard to see, but that says compact disc digital audio. Because, of course, even if they bothered making jewel case inserts that said CD-ROM data storage or whatever it is, who was going to bother specifically getting those, right? Anyway, so, yeah, whatever this is, here it is. Oh, man, I hope this isn't porn. Yep, there we go. And we just have some pictures. Yep, there they... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. All right, well, there's something, at least. I do not speak... Is that Spanish? I think that's Spanish. Yeah, that's Spanish. I do not speak Spanish, but I get the impression that that's actually a caption. It's not a very good one. Can't read it, but there it is. All the bad gradients and like they didn't properly edit out the background, and yeah, so anyway, that's that. I was just really curious if that was going to be anything more than that, but I guess it isn't. Is this literally just oh, interesting. I expected to find a folder full of JPEGs. So where are they? Are they in here? STG, STS, SBK. None of those seem big enough. That's weird. Where's all the files? Oh, wait, they're all baked into the app. That's 20 megabytes. Let's see if 7-Zip can break it open. It looks like it's doing it. Ah, just had to load the whole thing to find out that it couldn't do it. Okay. Oh, whoops. Probably actually put that in the box. Probably got to take a number of these back to the Goodwill. All right, so here's SoftKey Infopedia 2.0. Would you like to begin Infopedia? Folks, this looks promising. I'm also loving the disk name that's just got some trash in it. Oh, I thought it was just going to run it off the disk, but it actually has to install something. No, I will not be restarting my computer. Trust me. All right, let's see Infopedia. Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
Welcome to Infopedia, the ultimate multimedia encyclopedia and reference library. There is a world of information at your fingertips, Let's take a look at your options. Index View is a great place to start. Click here to browse through the Funk and Wagnalls Encyclopedia, Webster's
Okay.
Dictionary, the Hammond Atlas, and the rest of the Infopedia library. Subject guides you to a group of topics arranged by subject. Choose Search to pinpoint articles, words, and phrases. Choose Project to organize your work and create timelines and reports. And hey, nothing beats a good librarian. Click on a book and I'll tell you more about it. Or double-click to access its table of contents. And if you want a more personal tour, click Tour Guide. Search through Infopedia's photographs, videos, animations, and sound clips with Gallery. Or follow me into the Media Gallery.
Wow. Now we can maximize this, but what's your over-under on it just being black or gray outside of the center of it? Oh.
This is the Media Gallery. Check it out. Choose videos to
Nope.
see Infopedia entries come
Nope.
to life.
It doesn't believe in any of
To
that.
music, sounds of nature, and famous speeches by clicking here.
Okay, let's see that morphing map. What is that about? Wait, what? What are we doing here? Oh, okay. No, that's the morphing map. What? Whoa. Morph. Cradles of civilization. What?
Archaeologists have found evidence of early civilizations that lived in the fertile regions surrounding 4 major river systems. Early farmers living along the banks of the Nile relied on the river's seasonal floods to water their crops.
This is way
Archaeologists have found evidence
cool.
of
It's full screen. This is so much better than the last one of these that we looked at. Like, good Lord, there's so much more effort put in here. Let's see. Oh gosh, who do we look at? Pliny the Elder. That's who we looked at last time, and I was just astonished at how. Oh, are we still in? Oh no, here we go. So we have an encyclopedia page, and then we have a quotations page. Wow, they only have a couple paragraphs about him as well. Soap. They have more information about soap than they do about Pliny the Elder. Ridiculous. Sausage. Yeah, this is budget in Carta. So, and I mean, there's clearly some problems here because. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's weird. There's like a sub search going on there. There's clearly some problems here because I searched for sausage, and the first entry I got for it was all the way down here. Do they not have an encyclopedia entry on sausage? They have one on Bononia. But they don't actually have an encyclopedia page on sausage. Well, what good is that? What do they have to say about Braunschweiger? Smoked liverwurst. Yeah, okay. So that's not so great. Can we go back to? How do we get back home here? Do we just close this, or is that going to close the whole program? Yeah, I think that closed the whole program. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Really? I can't skip this? Every time you start this, you have to watch through this? Wah! No! Wah! Oh, it can be resized. Okay. But how do we... Gallery. Characters. So is this just... This is the movie experience of using a digital encyclopedia. I've just accidentally recreated it. Well, characters, tunes, email.
Facing trial on income tax evasion, Al Capone finds an aroused government ready to put him behind bars.
All right, well, you know, at least there's that. God, this is boring. It's just Encarta Bad Edition. I mean, it's probably just Encarta On Par Edition, but yeah, it's kind of astonishing how dull it is. So, all right, video games. What do we have? Sorry. I don't even feel like waiting for this to install. Quick.
Cool, we made it.
It's supposed to play music during the install, but just drums? Wait, why would they test just the drums? That's also just MIDI.
Hello?
Hello, Joey, baby, sweetheart. It's Boyle. Let's Boyle. How you doing?
Well,
That's terrific. Listen, I'm calling about your spot in the Woodstock lineup. You're going on between peptic ulcer and... It's a done deal. Joey and the Monsters.
cool. Why us?
'Cause, freaks like freaks.
Freaking A.
Besides, the band couldn't make it. Yes said no. The who said
Freaking
what?
A.
I don't know.
Third base.
Whatever. Look, this is the big time, kid. I need you here ASA pronto. Don't blow it or you and your monsters will be carrying tickets at the local multiplex.
What's playing?
Go!
Wow. Wow. So, I looked this up briefly before I bought it, and it actually is a platform game of some kind. I don't have the patience to sit through a whole bunch of... Whoa, look at those creatures, though.
Gotta be at Woodstock by 6.
Let me try. Maybe not.
I got these from the Goodwill. Who knows where they came from? Damn, there's some creatures in this game.
Shut it out! Are you sure this is the right thing to do?
Trust me.
Hey, that was my soft spot.
Pretty well produced so far. They did blow up California.
What time is it? Move it. Anybody? Ah! They're loose. I gotta find them.
Wow. This is somewhat more involved than I expected. Also, this is an interesting rendering error. Can't really do much about that.
Ready, set, go!
Huh.
Ow!
Yeah? Oh, wait. Oh, that's a little mini game. This is weird. Oops. Ah. What a strange way to make an edutainment title. Crap. Now, how fair is that? How could I have known that getting behind that barrier was going to force me to run into a tree? This is hard. This is one of those things that, like, was probably supposed to be put in front of 7-year-olds, and I'm like, what kid could have managed this? And would have, like, still been engaged at this point. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I am progressing somewhere. Yeah?
Hey, everybody, it's Doughy Joey.
Who's this guy?
In this corner, Surf of LA. And in this corner, 10,000 of the roughest, toughest criminals that ever died.
Ghosts?
Let us save them ghosts.
This is weird.
How long you in for?
I got life.
You're dead.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Okay. He kind of constantly makes noises. Ow. Oh. Oh, I have a gun? Burger. So, is the goal here to zap the ghosts, or... Oh. Oh, there we go. There is a jump button. This is not quite as bad as it looks. Yeah? Huh. This is called Arcade America by 7th level, and I don't know how to proceed. That's not it. Oh, you press shift? Why would that work?
Rock and roll.
I will not be continuing to play this game. Oh, wait. Okay. Ow. There are several game mechanics I'm not clear on. So that's the Yinglet I'm supposed to be rescuing down there, I guess. Oh, I died? Okay. The health bar is very hard to see. Oh wait, that restarts the level, I guess. Okay. Can I... Oh, damn it. Okay. Honk.
Not bad, not bad.
Wait, so did I rescue the guy?
Can a guy take a dump around here?
Oh, man, that's a scary looking one.
What age group is this for? I can't tell.
Ooh. Okay. Let's go.
Wait, does that time limit apply to all the levels in the current like chapter?
You don't stand the ghost of a chance getting to Woodstock on time if you don't boogie, man.
I got a boogie, man.
Well, pull it out of your nose.
Snot joke? Okay. Like, all things considered, this is not all that poorly programmed. Although some of the concepts aren't very good. Like, there's a few things where it's just like, no, that doesn't really work. But overall, like, the thing I'm most confused about is just who it's for. I can't quite figure out who the target audience is. Because it's, like, just a little bit too hard-edged to be for little kids. But it otherwise does sort of feel like it should be. And, like, here the creature we're supposed to be rescuing is, like, murdering a dude, but he's already dead. And he's got a hot dog for some reason. And it says no smoking? Like, man, I don't know. The collision detection also leaves something to be desired.
Where's the mallet?
You're supposed to have the mallet. Don't you know?
I want the mallet.
Did I lose?
Find the mallet.
It is completely impossible to follow what plot may have been intended.
Hey, wait. You left your fart in San Francisco.
Like the pointless sort of oops, I exited it. Whoa! Golly! The most interesting thing about a game disc from this era was the demos included on it of maybe better games. So let's see what we got in that regard. Do you see my crest? It's fallen. Let's just go for those arcade games. What do you got? Anything good? Battle Beast? Take your best shot? What? What do we got here? These are going to be non-interactive demos, if anything. You've played Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Primal Rage, but nothing matches the spectacular gameplay and visual power of Battle Beast, the ultimate fight game from 7th level. Master more than 100 fight moves. Discover hidden bonus rooms and secret weapons. Moral feature film. I couldn't even finish it. This company did not make good games. Let's check the disc and see if there's any actual demos on there. Oh, he sure has a face, doesn't he? Are these... Wow. Yeah. Wow. It was kind of disappointing. Finally, a quality fight game worth owning. Battle Beast. I'd never heard of Battle Beast. You got one up on me. All right. Descent to Undermountain. Let's go. I want to see... I have not watched a video of this game or anything. I want to see what it looks like to do the... what is it? The Witcher thing, where they took the Neverwinter Nights engine and turned it into a a third-person action adventure. I want to see that done the other way around. Well, it's still called Beast, but they got the metric system, so they call it Bat Le Beast. Wait a minute. Oh. Well, I hadn't anticipated that. Man, wow, that is a rough scene. That was an autoplay disc that launched directly into a DOS app. Who does that? All right, let's do the large installation. I'm going to have to mess with DOSBox to get this to display. Yeah, this is Descent to Undermountain. So this is the last game I'm going to play, and then I have to go make dinner. So you're not missing a whole lot. I guess it's been 3 hours anyway, so I'm probably going to stop at another 15 or 20. So yeah, go ahead and have a nice day. Sorry, etc. It's really funny doing like old game stuff off of an actual CD because when things take a while, it's like hitting accelerate doesn't. It's not gonna. it's not gonna speed things up. Man, it's always amazing to me just how much faster things got when we switched to USB when you or the flash when you install any Windows from USB, it goes about 10 times faster, and I swear the numbers don't look like it doesn't look like it should be that much faster, but I guess because there's no seek time and whatnot, it really is quite a lot faster. But yeah, so this sorry for anybody who wasn't here earlier when I talked about it. Descent to Undermountain is it's like an Ultima Underworld kind of title, a 3D first person King's Field like, and it's based on the Descent engine, which is fascinating, and it claims that it's a enhanced SVGA version of the Descent engine. Which suggests that it's 640 by 480 and higher. So that's interesting. But this is also from the era of games that was licensing AD&D. So it's actually Forgotten Realms. It's a Forgotten Realms license. And those were all infuriatingly hard to play because it turns out that the AD&D rule set does not map onto a CRPG very well. And so they're all very, very, very frustrating. Maybe the best one out of the bunch might have been Baldur's Gate, and I still can't play Baldur's Gate without dying pretty much immediately. It's an incredibly difficult game. I have no idea how anybody does it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to get off soon anyway because that is to stop streaming, not several other interpretations of that. Because I got very little sleep last night, partially because I was up late because Gibbs was having a very bad night. So, all right, I'm going to bump my CPU cycles up to like 120,000. Okay. And hopefully this doesn't switch into a video mode that exceeds that it already did. It immediately buffer underruns trying to play the video off the disc. Wow, it is really having a difficult time of it. Oh yeah, Gibbs has well, it to characterize things correctly, I would have to say that we are hoping Gibbs has a very bad toothache, because if he doesn't, then he has something much worse. We're really hoping that's what it is. He has not really been able to eat for several days. We managed to get him to eat some sort of wet food. He's doing a little better with, but he's having a really tough time. Last night he tried to eat some. He hasn't been interested in his like normal treats that he usually loves for quite some, like a week. And last night he finally took some interest in one, and he tried to take a bite of one, and it obviously hurt him a lot. And I was up to like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep after that, and it just sucked. Sucked for him, sucked for me. Where's our sound? Why don't we have any sound? Oh, okay, there's sound. I am really hoping that he just has a toothache. Yeah, that's the thing. I was worried that maybe he had a throat blockage, but I thought about it, and I decided that probably the more likely thing is just because I didn't hear him chewing before he got upset, so I'm hoping it's just a tooth. And he's oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, I see. And he's going to be okay once we have it removed, but we don't know. There were no vets open. We couldn't get over to one. So it's a rough scene. I feel really sorry for him. He'll probably be okay, and once we get him taken care of. But yeah, I am pretty tired given having to deal with all that, and then just worrying about him. Welcome to Daughter Weep. God, I love the constant buffer underruns with the audio. This is the contemporary experience. There's no good reason for it, but really? Does nothing happen here? Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a menu? Hang on. Return to game. Oh, there we go. I see. Okay. Blackstaff's Tower.
Welcome. Thank you for answering my summons. I am Kelvin, called Blackstaff. I serve as a counselor to the Waterdeep city government. I hold a great interest in the city's well-being, and it is for this reason I have called for you. The Lords of Waterdeep have asked me to find some capable adventurers to investigate a small problem. Kobolds are appearing in the streets of Waterdeep.
Kobolds.
Raiding storehouses, then retreating to a hidden lair. The kobolds no doubt come from the dungeon of Undermountain. Probably
God. In my actual D&D session, I just finished a whole chapter of the campaign that was just dealing with kobolds, and it was awful.
The kobolds may grow bolder, and
it was a fun campaign, but the kobolds were just terrible. Can I skip this, please, God?
Within Undermountain is proving.
Please, God, let me skip this. Did that work? Well, I guess I can go here now. The Yowning Prodle. Oh, hey. All right. Ooh. Okay, crunchy. Yeah, I love Kingsfield. So So yeah, I think I'm not going to get the frame rate I want out of this, because I think we'll find that it's well, actually no, it's only hitting the CPU for 4%. This is doing that like max cycles thing. Why is it so slow? It should be faster. Your trained eye notes those of bearing and dismisses the common folk. Wow, it's a class simulator? I thought the class I picked was fighter, not the rich. Wait, no, I thought I picked no. Let's try this again. Go to the yawning portal. Okay, so honestly, even if this game is a mess, this is a kind of like, you know, medieval fantasy style that never came back, and I always wanted it to. I was vaguely aware that there were like games that looked like this, and I always wanted to play a decent one that looked like this, but it just seemed to have never made any. Oops, that's attack. Why is my sword out? Map, inventory, stats, rest. Okay, so those are the options. Wait, I can still play in this little window in this mode? That is really funny. How do I talk to this dude? That's not it. How do I do it? Oh, you know what? That's right. There's a little hotkeys guide in here, but that doesn't help either. What? There's like no verbs. I don't have any verbs available. Do I just go hit things? Oh, I'm fighting now. Oh no. Oh no, I think I'm dead. Instant skeletonization. Oh my god. This isn't good. Well, no, I don't know. I'm having a hard time playing it, honestly. My initial impressions, I'm wondering if this is really as bad as I've been led to believe, because that part at least intrigued me, if I'm perfectly frank. I'm going to take one more look at this. I guess I didn't save. I could have saved. I love that portrait. That guy looks so rough. Nerd. Alright. Save game. Ah. Alright. Return to game. Now, okay, so the yawning portal was not available from the get-go. Skipping this important exposition. Oh, okay, I can actually go to the marketplace now. I missed that. Okay, and that's it. Oh, okay. That's the store. I'm guessing I do need to go to the yawning portal, but I'm not sure what to do there. Yeah, it's like got the whole Daggerfall thing going on, but like, yeah, I've looked at those, and they just don't quite do it for me. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. My sword isn't up. Why is that? Oh, I guess I must have a quick bar. Immersive mode. Oh, I guess that gets rid of the cursor. Okay. Let's press some buttons here. M, can't perform. L, the usual thing. Let's just scan the keyboard. Okay, F. Okay, F puts us in search mode. We need to keep that in mind. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, so C seems to pull up my weapon. D seems to put it away. S puts me in that view. A does nothing. I cannot rest here. Okay, T is probably talk. It is not. It just says you cannot perform this action. Okay, let's back off. Yeah, O is that or I is that interface, sorry. Why'd he do that? Let me try the right mouse button. Nope. Good lord. Oh, we do have a 3D map. Look at that. I think that was also lifted. I think that was in in descent. Wow. Oh, wait, there we go. Configuration in the options. There's an options menu? Oh, okay. Pick stuff up, walk over it. Okay. Weapons. But how do I talk to someone? Oh, there we go. Customize keyboard. Oh. I think it actually has 6 degree of freedom mode. I'm just not using the buttons for it. Okay, find traps, move silently, open locks. Activate is A. That might be how I talk to people. It is. Pull up a street, stranger. I'm Nalbus. Yep, that's me. Potion of healing, 40 gold pieces. He's probably taking me for a ride. I like to imagine this because I'm sure I could just buy that at the store. I really like that little transition. That's great. This guy's from Baldur's Gate. A thrice enchanted blade. Wow, I failed that conversation. Sure, I'll take an aid spell. Thanks. I can't see whether it's happened, but it has hopefully been done. I won't bank on that. Oh, man. Enter and be welcome. I don't feel very welcome given her pose. I think I'll depart. Honestly, this looks super cool. I gotta be real. Like, if this is bad, then fair. But, so far, damn. I'm actually really digging it. Oh, searching for traps makes you move very slowly. Is this the... Do we dungeon here? Oh, I'm just behind the bar now. Oh, actually, is this room supposed to go? Maybe it is. Okay. Pull on the candlestick. The music's pretty dope. Wish it ran a little smoother. Probably would on real steel. Let's see. Can we look up and down? Yes, we can. And it is, of course, a true 3D engine. So... Are these voxels? Right now, they're definitely polygons, but I think... maybe not. Oh, short sword of quickness. Well, I should probably equip that, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the thing. I think as a kid, I think this would have deleted me from existence. I think I would have been consumed by it. Oh, it's already down there? Oh, interesting. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. How do I switch weapons? Oh, do I just... There we go. Is it out? What's going on here? What? weird. It's like, oh, there we go. What the hell was all that about? Yeah, so a funny thing, I was just discussing this with Daria the other night, that I completely missed that Morrowind and Oblivion existed. The first Elder Scrolls that I played was Skyrim, and I don't really understand how that happened because I was absolutely fascinated with medieval fantasy, and I just never heard of them. I never heard that these games existed until suddenly they did. And the only time I found out about them was because Skyrim came out and everyone was all excited about it. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. What's Elder Scrolls? And of course, I ended up loving Skyrim. And what I didn't know at the time is that it was just, you know, Oblivion 2. Same, but different. It's actually, like, the dialogue here looks pretty deep. As far as, you know, a D&D game goes and whatnot. Oh, wait, is this where we're going? Ah, there we go. The patrons begin to cheer and money changes hands. All right. Hell yeah. That whole concept of, like, you are playing a real-time, you know, action-adventure D&D game, also, everything is narrated in the little box at the bottom, is such a fascinating idea. Is that a magical trap? Can I save? I actually can save. Yeah, so far this looks compelling as hell. Did I die? Am I being teleported? Oh. Wasn't Redguard the one that, like, will only run on voodoo? Flood Control Unit 3. Oh, a potion. Oh, the little colored glass door. This would have destroyed me if I had it when it was new. Oh my god. Oh, I really like the layered textures. Hey, this is good. I'm getting the feeling that people have been unreasonably harsh towards this game. I really strongly suspect that... Oh! Whoa! Secret! Am I wearing them? Oh, I wasn't... Was I? I was not wearing my armor, I think. Or... Wait a minute. What? Do these both occupy the same slot? Yeah, AC-8. That's the only place that can go? But they're bracers. They go on your wrists. What? Okay. Well, whatever. A lone kobold. Oh. Can I... Whoa. Whoa. Am I being attacked? Or is that a bug? Well, there he is. Hello. Why would I do such a thing? Oh, he's glitching out. Or maybe he's just animating? Yeah? 30 of us. Wait, is that it? What a fine gentleman you are. Do only kobolds live down here? Tell me about her. Please tell her to meet me in the sewers. Ah, having a nice date in the sewers, which, of course, always have perfectly clean water. Yes, only kobolds live down here. Did have other visitors. If you'd like to enter our lair. Oh, okay. This is the nicest conversation anyone's ever had with a kobold. This is weird. Things are afoot. The bowman. Just kobolded right through them. Alright, well. We might as well go to the lair. Let's go talk to the bolds. Does he mean the hole in the ground, or... I think he just means the hole in the ground. Alright. Oh, okay, there we go. No? Isn't that the, teleportation? Oh, no, that's just the water effect. I may have misunderstood him. I thought I was supposed to go here, but... perhaps I'm not? Didn't he tell me to go in the... Is it this one? Where? This... Oh. Opening beyond the grate to the left. Okay. Well, how do I get through? Maybe I need to... Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff back there. But I gotta get these grates open. Maybe there's a switch I can pull upstairs somewhere. Weh. Because of the low frame rate, I'm getting caught on things, but honestly, if this was running a little smoother, I don't think that would be a problem. This looks like it plays like a charm. Honestly. Ladders. Okay. I'm sold. Oh, we got a spell. Whoa. Non-orthogonal walls. I think... Oh, hello. Oh, some bolts. I'm going to save, because I might have to attack them. Are we enemies? No response. I think he's... Switch is broken. Okay, maybe one of these switches does what I want. I think this guy's going to attack me. Yep. Alright, I got to hit him. That's a bummer. Oh no! That was the noise. You broke the storyline. There we go. Okay, I think I got the grate open. 2 of them, in fact. And then, oh, interesting. Where's this go? This looks a lot better than the early Elder Scrolls games, if I'm perfectly honest. Are those lighting effects? Yeah, I think they are just sort of not rendering quite as they should. Anyway, okay, so that's now open, and I think this one's open as well. Yep. Okay, I'm at 8 out of 12 health. Can we put a potion on the... Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Why are they yellow in here? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Okay. This UI is pretty good. Oh, cool! Magic missile! Magic missile cannot miss. I believe the magic missiles fly unerringly towards their target. Let's go check out the other one before we get too much. Or actually, what's our auto map look like? The descent auto map was always kind of hard to parse, but I do wish those flashes would stop happening, if I'm honest. Oh, buddy, I just talked to your friend. I told him I wasn't going to hurt anybody. Come on. This is cool. Look at this. Look at the... Nobody even did this sort of thing in Quake. All the messed up, tilted architecture. This is super neat. Can we sort of sidle around here? There is a jump. Ow. I need to kill him, and I need to heal. Come on. Oh, crap. He got me. Okay. Yeah, so this game may have received negative reviews, but I kind of think they might be bullshit. This looks a lot better than what I'm hearing. I mean, yeah, it might not be incredible, but this looks better than what I'm hearing. So I think I'm gonna look into this a little bit more. Oh wow, what? It just dumps a bunch of diagnostic info. Oh wait, DTU-help. Whoa. Oh, there we go. I was hoping there'd be an option to run it at like 320 by 240, but no dice. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and bail. I need to go cook dinner, among other things. That looked like a lot of fun. Maybe you should check it out. I don't know how to make it run better on DOSBox, but the thing is, I was running it on a mobile i5 2nd gen, so even though it wasn't using very much CPU, it's still possible it just wasn't running as well as it could have been. I'm going to try it a little bit later on my beastly i7. Yeah, I kind of suspect part of the problem there might be the disappointment factor, because apparently, yes, people were very disappointed with the fact that it didn't include a multiplayer component, which, I mean, I'm not saying anybody is wrong for being disappointed, but I don't know. Just from what I saw, it does not look like it necessarily deserved the hate that it apparently got. Anyway, thanks everyone. It's a fun stream. Helped me get through what would have been a pretty rough day otherwise. And these are discs I've been meaning to explore for literally years in some cases, so it's nice to get some of them out of the way as well. So I hope everybody has a pretty decent remainder of their weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a good one.